Hello everyone, happy Wednesday? Wednesday, it is Wednesday. Man, that feels weird. We don't stream Wednesdays normally. That's just not a thing that we do. But hello, hope everyone is doing well. Hope y'all are having a grand week so far. It's the middle of the week, it's hump day. Okie dokie. Sorry, I was like reading a quick message here. Yeah. They're going well. It's time for MSQ. We did the raid yesterday. I didn't get to heal it, but I did get to heal it after stream. And I got the card. And I got the card off that NPC who wouldn't give me the card. It took forever. It was pretty annoying. And I got 2 additional sheet music, so I now have all 3 of the musics for the starting zones from FF11. So I have Saruta Baruta, I have Ronfar, and I have Gustaberg. And I almost was like, is Gustaberg the right one? Because I didn't spend a lot of time on Bastuki and on that character. But I just enjoyed Ronfar and Saruta Baruta more. Windurst and Sandoria. Anyway, do you think we went to Sandoria? Do you think we'll get to go to Windurst and Bastuk? It would feel unfair if we didn't. From Sandoria gets all the love. I don't know. Or what other places will we get to explore? We have 2 patches to go, like 2 major patches until we can find out. Because the next one will be we'll wrap up Arcadian, and then after that we can finally figure out the end of Vanadiel. But for now, it is time to do some MSQ. Oh, I had a theory. Well, not a theory, but just like a thought. A thought that I'm like, man, I would prefer this to be the thing instead of the popular opinion. Sorry, like I just ate dinner, so like my throat's a little scratchy. Anyway, so the thing that like a lot of people, maybe not a lot, but like the theory I've heard the most from the people that I watch or surround myself with or look at social media feeds for. I think the most common theory, or man, I hope that I like that theory, or man, I hope that theory is true, about Calyx, the little fucking nerd boy from the 9th, who's trying to wreck everything right now and being a little punk ass bitch. That kid, they're like, oh, it'd be really cool if that was like your shard as like the Warrior of Light / Azem, and if that was like your 9th equivalent and he's evil and it's evil Azem. But I'm like, I think it was like 2 days ago, like right before the patch came out. Maybe it was yesterday. Maybe it was like yesterday afternoon. Might have been yesterday afternoon. I was staring at a picture of Calyx and I was like, something about his expression is really familiar. And then someone else posted like a picture of Xenos fan art for someone else in the FC, and I was like, oh, they both have that same like dead expression in their eyes, like nothing matters. They're like, fuck everything. And I'm like, okay, I think it would be cooler. I think it would be funnier. I think it would be more interesting if that was Xenos' shard. Because people really liked him. Not me. I was pissed off that he interrupted my heartfelt moment with Meteon. And also he's a stalker. I respect, but annoyed. I think that'd be more fun. I'm just like, I mean, yeah, having a dark version of like the hero, like, yeah, sure, like that's a twist. But also anti-hero who tries to save the world but in the wrong way, like AU kind of thing, is not super new. Maybe I read too many webtoons where like people are kind of like into that shit sometime. Hey Chirico, there's a cat. Maybe I should turn on the cat cam. Let's see, which one is it? Is it this one? Do the cat cam? Oh, hold on. What happened in the cat cam? It's facing the totally wrong direction. There we go. That's the cat. Now you have the cat on the cat cam. What a concept. Look at him. He's fucking cute. Oh, why are you turning away? Look at the camera. Yeah, he's so cute. Look at him. A great child. Anyway, so I was like, what if Calyx is Xenos instead of what if Calyx is the wall? Because I'm just like, I mean, sure. It's a twist from like your whole heroic story that like maybe you went batshit crazy in another world. Sure. But like, I don't know. That's not interesting enough for me. I would be more interested in the antagonist who just never goes away. They're like, you think you got rid of Xenos just because you left him at the literal fucking end of the universe? Ha! Have his shard. He just won't go away. It'd be so fucking annoying, but so perfect at the same time. I would prefer that. Anyway, we'll see what the situation actually is. We have, ooh, what's this? Oh, Savage. I didn't unlock Savage yet. That's fine. It's fine. Oh, speaking of, update on our raiding situation. No raid through August. That was one of the messages I was looking at. There was a possibility for later in the month, but that fell through because people are busy. We have lives. That's what happens when you have a casual group with grown-ass adults who are not perpetually hooked into a video game. And I'm okay with that. And if anybody tries to give anybody else shit for not being available because they have IRL things, like they have other lives outside of this video game, I'm gonna be fucking pissed at them. We all have our own shit going on. If someone's not available, they're not available. Finally got my hands on Neo Regulator and then came this close into crashing into a hover cargo. The day become endless, can't come soon enough. I only hope to live that long. Oh, right, okay, yeah, so in the MSQ so far, these Neo Regulators were given out to everybody to like help them become endless, but it's like, we're pretty sure it's like a fucking kill switch, and they're just gonna trigger it and kill all these people and then upload their brain data into living memory and turn them into endless. And they don't really know what that means because they're stupid and they got memory wiped because they couldn't bear to not have their regulators on. And I'm just like, why does nobody question like how unethical that shit is? But I guess when you've been living like that for like generations, it like, just don't question it. But at the same time, for the past 30 years, Tuliololins had been integrated into their society and like would have taught them about other ways of thinking. And it's just like, I feel like not enough people who got to know Tuliololins and the Tuliolin themselves, not enough of them like questioned the ethics of this. But maybe the people who did, maybe some of the Tuliolins did, maybe they like fucking died because like this place is dangerous. So that's another possibility. I still feel like there should have been more questions though. Like there should have been more people who are just like, yeah, that shit kind of fucked up. But maybe they're just all in Oblivion and they're like all the other Oblivion people that we don't get to really see or know and working underground. So that's a possibility. We're only seeing like a small snapshot because you can't, it's not like you could draw like, or like put in like every single person who lives in this place. You know what I mean? It would have been cool to see more people who opt not to wear a regulator though, since they said it was optional. So just like having more Alexandrians who are just like, you know what? I choose not to wear one. I don't want to be in the rebellion group, but I'm just a regular ass person who chooses not to wear a regulator, and that's fine with me. But I'd like to see like a couple of those. That would have been cool. All right, anyway, let's go. Let's go to the back room. We got MSQ in the do. I just minimize Discord because I keep getting distracted by all these messages. Okay. We got the whole gang. Oh shit, I should have looked up what people sounded like. I forgot again. Alright. I imagine he doesn't say anything too different. That equipment here didn't start trying to kill me, but it did start acting up while I was in the middle of my work. One of my finest pieces ruined just like that, as if the power outage wasn't bad enough. You know what? I'm really fucking surprised you're not the one providing our relic weapons. What the shit? Usually it's the new shard that's like supplying us with what. Oh, wait. Hold on. What if he comes into play later? What if it's like Geralt's like, I've gone as far as I could, man. I don't know what to do. I'm stuck. And then you're just like, hold my beer. I got something for you. I got a guy. Who may have some idea. Let me go talk to him. And then we come over here and Geralt's like, yeah, like, oh shit. This is a real piece of work. It's really fucking cool. I wanna like mess with this and like add some of my like futuristic tech shit to this. This is fucking awesome. And then like he works on it, and then you bring it back to Geralt, and they just kind of like tag team your weapon. Holy shit! And then they never meet, so they like never really know. They're not gonna like know that they're each other's shards, even though like, you know, they know the concept of like the shards exist and like your other cells could be out there, but they're never gonna meet. But they're gonna together work on your weapon. Oh my god, that'd be the coolest thing ever. Oh, Squeenix, please, make it happen. I'm so hyped for that. Alright, anyway. Hassan is helping us coordinate with the administration here in Alexandria. We have to work hand in hand to ensure that the people can get back to their normal lives. I worry about Guluja, though. I know he's still frustrated that he couldn't do anything to stop the machines. If only there was a way to take his mind off things. I will dedicate myself first to healing magic so I may help treat people's wounds. Are you gonna be the new healer? New healer in the next expansion? New healer? More healers? More healers? Wait, what did we get this expansion? This was Viper and Picto. Oh, yeah, so like maybe like another healer and tank? But then what could you do? I got my leech tank. That was Sage. You do damage to heal. That's what I wanted. I wanted a leech tank. I don't know. It'll be a time-consuming process to reacquire my abilities, but a necessary one that I dare not rush, even though there's no telling when Calyx will make his next move. Geode, hello. Oh. Sorry, I just remembered something from the other game we're playing, Date Everything, or it's like I need to look for a geode in the fucking basement. I don't know how to find it. Alright, we set up patrols outside, so I came back here to see how things are. Unfortunately, although we stopped the rampaging hover cargoes, now we have to deal with the delays in electrope transport and slowdowns in production. The complications will likely continue for some time. And Alvino patrol the city while Ishtal and Alice continue treating Levin's sickness and those injured in the attack. I shall stay here to help coordinate efforts, so I suggest taking the opportunity to get some rest. I am well rested. Do you not see me? I'm in my fucking beach clothes. What are you making? Doing over here? Hello, child. I couldn't fight them, and I couldn't even get my authority back when it was stolen. So what good am I? I need to find a way to be more useful. Yeah, whatever. Shale, hello. My lovely Shale. Targeted tragedy. Shale wishes for a moment of her time. Are we ready? Are we ready to begin the MSQ? It's been like... what? Oh, technically like 15 minutes. Yeah, I'd say we're pretty ready. Let's go. If you have a moment, Kitameki, Geode wants to take stock of the current crisis. Oblivion may be lacking the finer details in certain areas, so we'd like you to lend your perspective in the conversation. You gonna make me read, or are you gonna voice it? You're gonna make me read. Okay. You can tell by the quality of the cutscene. I do be looking great, though. The colors, how nice they look on my brand new shiny monitor. Oh, so good. So good. It probably looks the same to you guys, but to me it looks so beautiful. Sorry to drag you into our meeting, but we need to get a better handle on the threats Alexandria is facing right now. Not at all. Much has happened since... hold on. I'm trying to position this in a way that doesn't make me look like my eyes are closed while I'm reading, but I don't know if that's possible. Much has happened since the state funeral. And a clear idea of where things stand would be beneficial for us as well. I don't think it's gonna happen. I tried adjusting the camera, but it still thinks my eyes are closed. First things first then, let's discuss the state of the machine malfunctions. Every single sector reported instances of sentries attacking citizens without provocation, and vehicles suddenly becoming unresponsive to controls. And while these malfunctions were resolved fairly quickly, they nevertheless resulted in considerable numbers of injuries and death. But you haven't heard anything about the new incident since then, right? Right. No additional reports have been logged, as far as I know. That's the good news. Okay. Hold. There we go. Maybe better.
The bad news is I tried to take control of the soldiers when they started hurting people, but they wouldn't listen to me, even though I have the king's authority. Once things calmed down, I was finally able to make them give up their weapons, but if it happens again, I don't know if they'll ignore me like before.
A king of Rizal's authority is about the highest that there is. Who's the man that can override it with such impunity? I mean, Calyx is a hacker, so... Hackerman 5000.
Calyx. He lived in the age of the storm surge, as I did.
Sorry, I was putting in eye drops. Ah! Yeah. No, cat's gone. Boop.
Lest you forget, he was known for his advancements in electro-technology, and it was he who established preservation for the purpose of furthering his research.
Right. He's the head of preservation. I would rather see, like, a Xenos shard that was not hell-bent on nihilism and was trying to save people, but all in the wrong way. That'd be far more interesting.
The wasting disease which afflicted him, however, was said to leave him scant years left to live. He must have chosen to undergo conversion into an endless, that he might continue his efforts into the present day.
Preservation's early goals seem noble enough. Exploring treatments for Levin sickness, designing Everkeep's core system, that sort of thing. Why harm the people he was ostensibly trying to help?
I do not pretend to fully understand Calyx's motivations, only that he appeared incensed by what he saw as mankind's failings. He asserted that the strategy of adapting our species through generational succession was outdated. That evolution now requires us to forsake bodies of flesh in favor of eternal preservation. You've already seen how he's employed the stimulant to convince Alexandrians that endless conversion is their only hope for survival. Eternal life is assured for the 5,000 who registered their neo-regulators. But this is merely one part of Calyx's greater plan. He wants the key to interdimensional fusion. With that relic in his possession, he will draw ether from the reflections and expand his efforts to create endless 1,000-fold.
Yeah, we don't want that. We want the other reflections to live. We're friendos with the first. Like, we can't have that shit. And the 13th, we're friends with them too.
Shit, if we mean to foil Calyx's schemes, then our only option is to determine where he's hiding, put him down. Which, unfortunately, is easier said than done. I've been scouring the terminal we found in the depths of Everkeep, but I've failed to uncover even the slightest trace of his activities. Give me a little more time, though, and I'm sure I can sniff him out. I'll help you!
While Guluja and Shale are working on that, I think I'm gonna take a look around town. I want to make sure no new problems have cropped up, as well as search for any information that might lead us to Calyx.
Welcome to come along. Another malfunction could happen at any time, and I'd be glad to have some brawlers at my back.
You calling a brawler? I'm a healer. Okay, I also like Buddley, so never mind.
Count me in. Baha and the others are helping Oblivion patrol the other levels of the keep. So, shall we stick to the streets of Solution 9?
Sounds like a plan. Thanks, you two. I appreciate the company.
I have to speak with the city's administrators about bringing in the Lance Guard. I want our soldiers around to protect those who are moving to Tuliolal. Alpino and Alice will be joining me for the meeting, so the three of us can cover that sector as soon as we're done. If I may, I'd like to join Kirameki's group if you'll have me.
Sure. I like real Fiend that's a real person and has more expression. It's not creepy.
More mouths to ask questions, the merrier. As long as you're aware of the dangers.
Thank you. I'll do my best not to be a burden.
I'm more worried about you, Geode. Don't do anything stupid.
You'll change your tune once we get back with the goods on Calyx. Then the drinks are on you. Come on, let's continue this outside.
Good luck with your patrol and take your time. We can do without Geode until you're done with this old sot. Sorry, just when I think I've internalized better manners, talking with Geode brings back all sorts of bad habits.
I wish I could grow up faster. There'll be so much more I can do when I'm bigger like you.
Oh, don't waste that. No. Stay a kid. Enjoy it while you can. Here. Hello.
I'll do my utmost to ensure the happiness of Alexandria and its people. The city looks as though it's regained a sense of normalcy. Alas, the people will not soon forget recent events.
Geode? My man, my dude, sir. Hi.
Sorry, I was off in my own little world. Shall we get started?
The people seem uneasy. Are you alright, Geode? It sounds like there's something might be up with you. You shook up. Let's see what there is to see. Are you alright?
Me? Well enough, given the circumstances. It was the Queen's fondest wish that her subjects remain shielded from the horrors of death. So they were, for the longest time.
That's not a healthy thing to do, though. Like, it's natural, and you need to learn to grieve so you can learn to grow. You gotta lose things so you can gain new ones. Then, the moment mortality once again becomes an unavoidable fact of life, they are greeted with an outbreak of bloody violence. Many are bound to give the endless alternative serious consideration.
Indeed, and I do not blame them for that. It is only natural that such thoughts should come to mind. What I cannot forgive is the way Calyx wields fear and misery to manipulate people into making that choice. No one, not Calyx nor anyone else, should dictate how we cope with the specter of death.
Yeah.
As one who lived as an Alexandrian, I wish to put the choices for this country's future back into the hands of its citizens.
Oh, I like her.
And you think we can handle that responsibility? After everything you've seen of us?
Look at the Yans. What a Yan? What is that over there? Why are there? What's up with the Yans? I want to go look.
It is what I've seen that has convinced me you can. I awoke 4 centuries later to find our people living and laughing beneath Alexandria's banner. Though surprised and bewildered, I was overjoyed to see it so. All deserve to be happy.
Can we get an eye patch that goes on this eye with a snake on it? I'm just saying, for no particular reason. I appreciate this and all, but how about one on the other side with a snake? Same colors, or dyeable, whatever floats people's boat, but like, snake eye patch. Come on, think about it. Well then, we'd best not let you down. Now I suggest we move as a group. We don't know if or when a battle might find us.
Oh, I believe someone came prepared for such an eventuality. Is that the grimoire you retrieved from the old castle? Yes, my parents gifted it to me when I was a child. They were adamant that I should learn to protect the things important to me.
Are you my new scholar? Because Alphino betrayed Arcanist's kind to become a sage of all things?
I was fortunate enough to have a tutor in the arcane arts, so I lay claim to a small measure of skill.
To a small measure of skill?
If that's the case, it might be better if we split into 2 groups after all. It would certainly be more efficient for information gathering.
I, guess that makes sense. 2 of you can take the west side of the recreation zone, then. Kinemeki and I will take the east. Sure.
Very well. We shall end our patrol in the plaza just past Trueview and await you there.
Bye! Don't get into any trouble! I wanna go... Why are there Yans? Is this the yeah, it's the fortune teller. Establishment caters to lost souls seeking the true path. As a matter of the fact, the services of our fortune teller are in rather high demand of late. I'm afraid we're completely booked for the coming months.
I'll keep my eyes and ears open. Any information could be helpful no matter how seemingly insignificant. My grimoire is inlaid with electrope in a manner which augments arcane power. It should be a useful tool.
I mean, my new scholar, but I don't know if she's gonna have a fairy. Geode, hello. Let's do the rounds then. We'll see what's what and chat to the people we meet along the way. Pay special attention to anyone who looks overwhelmed or overly excited. Hopefully that'll earn us a tidbit or 2 we didn't know before. Escorting. I know. Keep them on your side. We can ride mounts and swim. We can teleport and use the Aethernet. And talk to them. Okay. It's gonna do this every... Okay, at least they changed it. They did change the prompt for this, but I was getting real sick of it propping up every fucking time. Talk. I'm afraid you would have preferred to go with Sphene or Kryl. I'm sorry, I'm guessing you would have preferred to go with Sphene or Kryl, but I'm afraid you're stuck with me. I grow on people though, I promise. Sure, buddy. To the west. Here. Discuss Trueview. Ah, the memories. I used to drink around here all the time. I made sure not to overdo it when I had work the next day, but once we were past the busy season, or when the ladies weren't amenable to my company, well, you'd have to scrape me off the street outside in the morning, or afternoon. The worst I ever got was on what should have been the worst day of my life. If only I could remember it. I was still wearing a regulator back then. It was also the day I first met Shale, although I guarantee she's forgotten about it completely.
The
the sentries and the airwheelers safe to be around now? I just know it's gonna happen again, and maybe next time I'll be the one who dies in a horrible accident. Need a neo-regulator. I need a neo-regulator. Becoming endless is the only way. Even Queen's Fiend said so. It's a fucking imposter, you fucking... How to get one? Maybe I can convince someone who's unsure to give me theirs. Are you people so fucking gullible? You just believe everything you see and you don't question it. You're like, that's not weird at all. She was reported dead, but she's now she's alive. And also, we all knew that she was like a robot and like an AI. And it's like, am I gonna question this? You want to hear my story? Well, I appreciate you offering a sympathetic ear. There's not much to tell. You must know a good friend of mine died when those machines went crazy. This airwheeler dropped right out of the sky and he didn't even survive the crash. Damn fool wasn't wearing a regulator. I know that's not so strange these days, but he never even bothered with one. Oh good. Respect your friend so much. I was at peace with the idea of dying someday, and I thought I understood what that meant till it happened. Would you prefer that you have like fucking forgot about your friend forever? I used to forget people after they died. No memories, no grief. I'm not sure if we'd be better off if that was still the case. You would not be better off. You would never learn. After you get through this grieving period, you'll realize it's actually better because then you can still remember the good times and the happy memories with your fucking friends. He's the Drowning Wedge clone. Lighthearted citizen. Oh, excited one. What has me in such a fine mood, you ask? Well, I've just registered my new regulator. I was leery becoming nothing but memories at first, but now that I've gone through with the registration, I've never felt more at ease. Also, once it was done, the regulator displayed the current numbers. Of the 5,000 slots available, over 38,000 have already been filled. Oh, sorry, over 3,800 have already been filled. So if you're still hesitant, you've not much time to make up your mind. Mark my words, friend. When there's only a few slots left, it's going to get very ugly. Kinameki, a word. I feel like there's a new factor in these stories we've heard. One we hadn't considered during our discussion with everyone in the back room. That people are still deathly afraid that fights are likely to break out over the neo-regulators, that a victim of violence wasn't wearing a regulator. Yeah, that fights are gonna break out and people are going to kill each other for a slot. The fact that nearly 4,000 people have registered is worthy of its own report, but are you sure there wasn't anything else? Oh. No, what do you mean? I said like the fights are gonna break out. The victim of the violence wasn't wearing a regulator, so they're gonna remember him. Yes, that's it. The vast majority of residents have always worn regulators, so it's not a detail we'd normally think about. The supply of souls cut off, though. More and more people have been going without them. We need to look into the casualties from the recent attacks and check whether or not they were equipped with regulators. Let's ask around on the street over to the east. It was pretty chaotic at the time, but maybe we'll find eyewitnesses who can help us confirm if this was a pattern or not. Oh, what if their primary target was people without regulators to freak out everybody else? Because like they were the sensible ones who were just like, yeah, like we don't need that shit no more. Fucked up, man. I see what's happening. I'll be seeing fights over new regulators in the very near future. Should you get one, I suggest you register right away. Fuck. Aside from Oblivion members, only a handful of people used to go out and about without regulators. How times have changed. I'm just glad that, like, the thing I was complaining about earlier, I said it. Like, there were some people who went without it, and there was a handful outside of Oblivion. Good, that's what I wanted to know. Because, like, we really didn't run into any, so that helps with my lore. But it does make sense that they get targeted. That's definitely an angle we didn't think about. Hey, bat juice. That's the winner. Discuss the hover cargo. It was once my job to deliver goods by hover cargo. That's why I know a fair number of names and faces throughout the city. The little ones who'd jump for joy when I brought them packages, the old lady who'd always greet me with a smile. I'd hate for anything bad to happen to them. Oh, I'll be back for you later. Hello, unnamed sentry. I don't have my voice mod on. Give me a sec. Hold? That's not where I want you. Yep, that'll do. This window will do. It started. Hello? 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 Hi. Back. We got blue screened. That's the fifth-ish time that's happened. Great. So happy. Thanks fucking Windows for your stupid fucking update. I hate it. It's the worst. It really truly is the worst. We can't do anything about it. Except maybe roll it back. Windows, can you just like make a fucking stable update? Like, god damn it. And now I have to fucking go back and get him? This is bullshit is what this is. My anger knows no bounds. My god, where is he by the other one? This is the worst. I can kind of get why he's not still following you if you get DC'd, because, like, I'm sure that's pretty difficult to range, but it still sucks so much. It just sucks. Okay, where am I even trying to go? This way. Anyway, so I was just trying to launch the fucking voice mod thing, and then Windows was like, oh, I don't want to function anymore. I'm just gonna blue screen. And it just immediately crashed, and it was terrible. So that was fun. So annoying. Alright, anyway, now that we have that, we need to set it on OBS now. Properties, we're gonna use the voice mod system. We're gonna turn on the voice changer.
Hello, I should now sound like a robot. Hello, how are you today? Please let me know if I may be of service.
Yeah, I just want like some news about the accident and stuff.
Citywide casualty data unavailable. Government officials are currently processing reports from all affected zones.
Can you narrow it down to the recreation zone then? Must have some estimates on hand.
Recalibrating parameters. Injured 87 individuals. Casualties 19 individuals. Casualties equipped with regulators 0.
So they were targeting the people without regulators to get rid of the opposition.
Please remain calm. I am under orders to ensure the safety of our citizens. In the unlikely event of another mass malfunction, I will act to subdue any affected machines.
That's real reassuring. What's happening over here? What's wrong with that feller? Looks like someone's got themselves lost.
Oi, you there!
Yes, what is it?
Get yourself over here. We'll sort you out.
Ah, no, thank you! Oh, he's gone. Were those guys somewhere else before they moved? Unsettled sanitation worker. Oh, I can go back to my non-voice mod now. The quality is better on a regular mic. I'm seeing that there's some audio devices I need to disable. Okay, anyway. Alright. There we go. You wish to know if the people who died in the machine rampage were wearing regulators? I'm sorry, but I was assigned to clearing away debris. I didn't see any of the deceased. No bodies were present by the time I arrived, so I assumed the ushers had already done their work. I do remember there being patches of white dust scattered about that were quite a chore to clean up, but nothing else worthy of mention. White dust. Nothing else worthy of mention. Okay, do we think that before they killed some of these people, if they were wearing a regulator, they ripped it off first? Kinmeki, I think it's time we rejoined Kryl and Sphene. I was half joking with my boast of Shale, but we may have stumbled upon something major here. Or is the white dust an indication where they may have come from and where we can find Calyx? Maybe? Just maybe? We should share our findings and keep pursuing this avenue of inquiry. Didn't Kryl say to meet them in the plaza just outside of Trueview? Let's get going. It's terrifying to think that death might be waiting for us around every corner. But what can you do but keep working and hope for the best? You want a white one. Here. We finished our patrol as well, but did it not seem that more people wanted neo-regulators than before? Yeah, propaganda. They're just trying to make people scared. So, nobody was wearing one when they died.
So essentially you're saying that the people who were killed by malfunctioning machines weren't wearing regulators?
Yeah, that's exactly what we're saying. Well, the numbers are still tentative and only apply to that one zone. We don't know how they'll stack up against the overall data, but this is definitely more than a coincidence. I think it's safe to say that anyone who had removed their regulator was a priority target.
Now that you mention it, the person I was treating for injuries wasn't wearing one either.
But why? Why are they being targeted over everyone else? Propaganda. The people who took it off are people who took it off willingly are probably less likely to give in to the propaganda than the people who are still wearing them out of fear. And then, like, those people who are already wearing one to begin with are going to be more likely to freak out and be like, give me the neo-regulator. This is why I never took mine off.
Based solely on the lack of a neo-regulator, we cannot judge if a person has no desire to become an endless, or if they simply failed to acquire one of the limited devices. But those who wear no regulator at all... They have clearly rejected the old system of using souls to revive themselves. Put another way, they had chosen to live their lives in the knowledge that death isn't an inevitability. chances that such resolute people would wish to ever become endless are far lower, I would imagine.
Yes, exactly.
And so Calix has chosen those least likely to accept his vision as victims to stroke fear and panic.
Yep. And there was no need to kill anyone. With the way things were, the people were already fearful enough. You could have found 5,000 willing citizens without all this madness.
Make a good point. Perhaps the sowing of terror is in service to another scheme, or he had some other need for the lies he's taken.
What are the dust found at the various sites? Could something have been done to the victims? But what about the dust? Maybe they took the souls out of them? They probably wanted to harvest the souls. Hey, Ashtonmore, how's it going? Right, the sanitation worker's story. She saw no bodies but mentioned piles of white dust. What if they, like, broke their regulators? Maybe, like, after they harvested the souls? You're alive? Well, being alive is always good. That's a plus.
But no bodies. Now, where have I heard that before? Do you recall when we went to save Erenville from the sentries in the outskirts? That Usher Malachite told us much the same thing.
When I arrived, I found no body, only a pile of dust, which the wind quickly scattered. Confused, I questioned the residents, but none knew what had become of it.
Bell's stories speak of missing remains is suspicious enough, but shared mention of this dust is too much to ignore. In that case, we should confirm if the substance was present at other sites, and attempt to ascertain its nature. Following this thread,
I'm pretty sure it's crushed up regulator.
Following this thread may lead us not only to an explanation for the missing bodies, but also the intent behind Calix's murderous actions.
Oh god, it's the kid.
Kanamaki, we need your help! I've lost control over the soldiers in the residential area.
Oh my god, not again!
They might be trying to hurt people again. Oblivion members are on their way now, but are you close enough to join them?
I mean, I got Ethernet, I'm good. Well, we can just go. We can show up. We gotta go. Damn it, our new investigation will have to wait. Let's go. We gotta save the people. I wonder if white dust got left behind when they stole the souls from the people of Tuliolal. Oh my god! Dude, why are we just standing there? Do something! I'd have immediately been like, oh fucking hell no!
怪我はない？
何があった？
Wow, I don't think we've heard Geode's voice before. Oh, that's fucked up. That's a privacy violation.
どうにかここまで逃げてきたけど、その人が私をかばって。
He's donezo.
武器は持っていないみたい。武装解除させたと言っていたものね。それでも人を襲えと命令を受けた。だから無理やり自分の体を使って。
近くを見てくる。こっちは任せた。
So this does a couple things. It makes people fearful of dying and want the Neo regulators. And it also builds distrust in the current authority, which is Gulu Jia, because he can't control the robots with his authority for some reason. And he can't protect the people. They're not saying it yet, but that's definitely happening. No regulators.
他にこの塔でレギュレーターをつけていない人はいる？
イサドラさんのところも確か最近。
Don't we know them? Aren't they the couple we saved? Or the family we saved, rather? A couple of people. The mom and her kid.
二人はイサドラさんのところへ。
Gotta go. I'm a healer, let me heal. Never let me heal anymore. Yeah, it's the family. Let me help, please? Please? Come on, where's my class acknowledgement? Did we go backwards? They let us do it in like fucking Stormblood, and then they're like, never again. You don't get any class acknowledgement ever again. Fuck you. Come on, let me help.
安心して。私が絶対に助けるからね。
ありがとう。フードのお姉ちゃん。
Her disguise is not very good. I'm doing it! They finally let me heal. Oh. I don't know why they made me sit there for so long without healing, because I'm a fucking white mage and that's my one job. But I did it. About to be mad all over again.
ずっとこのままなの。
今は寝てるだけ。しばらくしたらきっと目を覚ますよ。
よかった。ありがとう。お母さんの命をつないでくれて。
Yeah, y'all are gonna need like doctors from now on. By which I mean healers. Ooh, title drop. Promise of tomorrow. It's really cool that they started doing that. Oops, don't stand on the bed, don't be rude.
She should recover in due course. I'm glad we arrived when we did. I was sick and couldn't move. My mother was always at my side, always keeping me company. And I'm gonna do the same for her. Give me, I was reckless. Shouldn't have had to waste time tending to my wounds as well.
No, it's all good. Yours weren't fatal, so I mean, we knew you could wait a little bit.
Do you see our other comrade back there? He stayed behind in the lobby, but I heard the sounds of fighting. I am sorry. He must have fallen protecting the residents.
Oh, do I need food? I am kind of low on healer food. Hold on. Do I have any of this? Oh, I can take creamy alpaca pasta. We can eat the alpaca. Let's eat the alpacas. Like, piss off some of my FC members. The endless choice. Wayakwe. Oh my god, I already forgot what they said. It's so hard. Wayakwe is fearful for her comrade.
Our comrade, you think he may have been struck down?
I'm pretty sure that man's dead.
He's wounded or worse. I should go to him. Wait, please! It isn't safe and you still need a rest. Would you stay with Milos and watch over Isadora for me? You will tend to your friend. Thank you. Please be careful yourself.
Yeah, let us handle it. We're 2 healers. We got this. We got you.
Isadora and Milos had completed their applications to leave the dome and were practically out the door when all this happened. Make sure they're taken care of the moment Isadora is ready to travel.
Oh yeah, they need to get the fuck out of here. This place sucks. What was this thing doing in here? The man looks pretty dead. Why? Why is this happening?
Man, he is awful. Isadora is going to be alright then. I'm so glad. I've just finished my administrations here. Our Oblivion comrade was beyond saving, I'm afraid. That brave soul gave his life to save another.
He died protecting me. I don't understand why any of this is happening. Fear-mongering. Sentry was behaving normally like any other, and then all of a sudden it tried to kill me.
Weapons or no, Calyx commanded them to commit murder.
Yeah, this is why you don't let computers run everything, because, you know, hackermans exist. Is it over? It came as soon as Wayakwe sent word. Oh man, he's our friend and that dude's dead.
I am sorry. By the time we arrived, it was already too late.
And Geode could be in trouble too. Once we have this radius locked down, we need to find him.
But why? Has something happened?
Possibly. We're not sure what, but he stopped responding to our communications. Oh, fuck. We need to prioritize securing the residential sector, though, at least until we regain control over the sentries.
And we should search for Geode. I agree. Since most Oblivion members have sworn off regulators, if our theory holds true, then they could be prime targets in the next attack. Please do what you can to shepherd the residents to safety, but avoid the sentries at all costs.
Thanks. Here, take these communicators. Link Pro? Link Pros are pretty great. Classic oldie but goodie. We've made modifications to them to prevent Calyx from intercepting the signal, and have been using them to coordinate movements with allies in the vicinity. Oyakwe has one too, so I'll ask her to keep hailing Geode.
Good luck and stay safe.
Cool belt.
Geode said he would sweep the surrounding area, so he shouldn't have ventured too far. Let's get going.
Hope you find Geode soon. I know he's probably saving people with one hand and fighting off threats with the other, but I can't help but worry. They gave him a voice. I guess that is kind of concerning, right? I thank your Milala friend for me. I would have still been a helpless mess if not for her encouragement.
You.
What's up?
Please, Geode, be safe.
Where's Cryo? I know the point's right there, but I'm like, can I talk to Cryo? Is she around anywhere? I don't see her. Alright. Keep her secrets. You see no sign of Geode. Perhaps you should search further to the east. Oh, there she is. She down there.
Let's search around the apartments first.
See no sign of Geode. Oyakwe's voice crackles forth from the communicator.
Geode, answer me!
There's no response. Perhaps you should continue your search further to the east. See no sign of Geode. The neighboring residential radius would be the next logical place to look. Oh, I'm alive.
あとはこの辺りだけか。頼む。まだ生きててくれよ。俺だ。応答できなくて悪かった。
Busy.
ジオード、よかった。無事だったんですね。今どこですか？
隣の居住閣だ。エントランスにいたやつは片付けた。2階を見回ったら5、10。
Oh yeah, they're soul siphoning. And that's gonna leave the white dust in it. They killed way more people than they said they did. They absorbed they just absorbed Alexandrians to fuel other Alexandrians.
どうしたんですか？塵って
ソウルケージで魂どころか肉体のエーテルまで吸い尽くしてやがる。塵は人だったものの残骸だ。おそらくケージは改造されてる。
I mean, didn't they do that to like the Tuliololins? Because like there were like two things that came out. It was like soul aether and corporeal aether, wasn't there? When they attacked Tuliolol? Maybe I'm misremembering. I'm pretty sure there were two things. I don't know if they turned to dust, but I'm pretty sure they like siphon, like they're, you know, siphoning us. So they can't siphon us. Obviously, they're gonna try to do it on their own people. They suck. They're fucking bastards. Oh no, save that old man! Uh-oh. Oh, we need to get over there. Oh, he's so bone. Oh shit. Oh shit, that's bad. Oh man. Yeah, it's his gun. We're gonna find more white dust. Yeah, I got him.
残念だよ。最後にもう一体分持ち帰れるかと思ったんだけど。お前たちが来たからには諦めるしかなさそうだ。
カリュクス、君は何をしているの？何のためにこんなひどいことを
？5000人のトワビトを作り出すために必要なエーテル。お前だったらどこから調達する？
Shouldn't be doing that to begin with.
どういうこと？
鍵を手にするまで共造世界には頼れない。なら手近なところで済ませるしかない。現在この国に残っている住民のうち 7% をエーテルとして回収すれば5000人をトワビト化できる。 11% なら向こう800年は安定した稼働が見込める算段だ。
Where are they gonna put the endless if we shut down living memory? Is there another facility? Another part of living memory?
どうせいずれは朽ちる肉体。永遠の生を選ばない以上、今エーテルに返しても一緒だよ。
I say we smash that canister and let the ether free.
無駄な戦闘をするつもりはない。この機体じゃ結果は分かりきっているしね。ちなみに殺戮をやめると言えば鍵を渡してくれるの。
No, you're gonna do so much worse if I do that. You're gonna harvest so many people from the reflections and possibly even the source. And way worse. I'm just gonna fucking stop you. You would only seek other victims. I will halt your harvest by defeating you. Yeah, I mean, both.
Ah. だろうな。我ながら頭の悪い質問だった。じゃ、仕事に戻るよ。お前から鍵を奪うのは大変なんだ。
He's just giving us the canister then? I guess we can analyze it. I don't know what we can do with it though, like they're already dead. They have no body to return to. But we might as well see if we can analyze it and maybe we can find a way to like stop them. Some way to block it, protect the people.
I can't. There are no words. This pile of dust, these ashes, the soul cell he left behind. Is this his twisted way of returning Geo to us? Damn you, Calyx. Damn you and your careless cruelty! He was our friend. Even so, some might say every death was justified, and 5,000 Endless could continue their immortal lives. And if a reflection-stolen Aether allowed for many more Endless, and that too would be a noble sacrifice for the greater good.
Yeah, but like that's really selfish good. That's not the greater good, that's like for their own fucking selfishness. Just because they're afraid of dying like everybody fucking else. I disagree. Those people are wrong. Ignorant. Selfish.
Who could think that?
Your own people.
Not I. Certainly not I. You know only too well there is naught noble in this sacrifice. We have to stop him. We have to find Calyx and put an end to this madness as soon as possible. Under no circumstances can we let the key fall into his possession, Kirameki.
Thank you.
It falls to us. We must He will thwart his plans here in Alexandria before he can terrorize innocents and reflections elsewhere.
Thank you, you're so reasonable. You're so much better than fake Robosphene.
I will hold on to Geode's gun. If you could take the soul cell, please.
My memories and yours. Though gripped by sadness, Fiend spurs herself to action.
You should return to the back room. Shayla and the others need to know what happened. Yes, Alice Wayakui to meet us there as well.
Names are so hard. Teleport? Cutscene? What do we got? Cutscene. It's people! The dust is people! They're pulling a Tuliolal on us. So Geode's in here along with some other people.
Geode.
Oh, actually, hold on. Is it 1 soul per canister? Or I don't know. It doesn't really get covered. I mean, like, they could cram more than 1 in there for all I know, but I don't know how this shit works.
What
What are you gonna do against the hacker man's your little baby?
グルージャのせいじゃない。悪いのは全部あいつだよ。どうしてこんな理不尽なことを。計画って。私たちは今ここで生きてるのに。命を何だと思ってるの？
Is to control he has a god complex.
許せない。カルクスも。
He is kind of also similar to Xenos in that aspect too, because like doesn't give a shit about anybody else. He's like pretty hyper focused on his own ideals and what he wants to do, which in this case is endless instead of being a battle hungry boy. He just wants to live forever and make sure and like have other people who share his ideals live forever.
いつも何もできない私も。待って、どこに行くの？頭を冷やすだけ。分かってる。バカな真似はしない。あなたはここで休んでいて。私がノスタルジアさんについているわ。ありがとうございます。
皆さんとジオードが駆けつけてくれたおかげで被害を最小限に食い止めることができたんです。
Yeah, I know.
救われた命が確かにありました。それに僕たちが掴んだ手がかりと皆さんが持ち帰ってくれた情報を合わせればカリクスの潜伏先がわかるかもしれません。けどすみません。
Yeah, you need time to grieve. I get it.
んの少しでいいので、僕たちに前へ進むための時間をくれませんか？
ジオード。
Oh, damn, he turned around. I brought back Geode's gun. Its rounds are spent on its barrel was scorched, so you can be sure he went down fighting. I've spoken with Lukamat. They've cut their meeting short to deal with the aftermath of this latest violence. Didn't Allie say, like, wasn't she there with us in Tuliolal and probably saw some extraction? Or maybe none of us actually witnessed it. Maybe those just like, you know, fourth wall witnessing. Anyway, I assume you know better by now, but I hope you're not planning to try anything alone. We are all here with you. Yeah, I'm good. Raha! I'm told that the members tasked with keeping residents safe returned with the body of their comrade. They all risked so much. We made a swift patrol of the other levels and confirmed that Calyx carried out a number of targeted attacks. Oh, to harvest more aether, it seems.
I got back control of the sentries, probably around the same time Calyx left. Sorry I couldn't stop him.
Bayakwi?
Another comrade gone. Some days it's almost more than I can bear. Geode was an older brother to Nostalgia and me. Shale knew him longer though and is surely taking it the hardest. That's on top of what happened with Kafkia. Do you think you could check on her? See how she's doing? Just like to put on a brave face if it's me or my sister. Oh, we have Isidore and Milos under guard, so that's one less thing to worry about.
Apologies. My mind was elsewhere. I need to press on with the hunt for Calyx, but I can't seem to focus. I should be better than this, I know. Is there anything I can do? As you said, you need time to work through it. Time. Right. I ought to heed my own words. As it stands, I'm of no use to anyone. Kafkia used to say the best thing to do with grief was to let it all out. So, I think I'll take myself over to Earth and Sky and say my goodbyes to Geode. Why don't you come along? I could use someone to blubber to if you've a shoulder to spare. Sure. Right then. Let's get out of Everkeep for a bit. You still want our outfit? Scenes? Scenes got a good outfit. It's pretty cool looking. It's raining. Hello, Shale. It's a fair trek on foot, so I've arranged for a couple of air-wheelers. I already have one, though. I bought my own. I'm not a poor. They've had their communication modules removed, so even Calyx shouldn't be able to seize control of them. Say the word and we'll set off. Why don't we do that with everything? Ready? We'll be flying close to the pylon, so follow my lead. I mean, I could just fly there. I have my own. I literally have my own air-wheeler. Alright, whatever, it's fine. These air-wheelers are Genald's babies. You won't find a smoother ride in all of Everkeep. Yo, can you guys modify mine to, like, take the communicator out? Assuming it's not already?
For years now, I've been taking one of them out for a turn whenever I needed to lighten my mood. Sometimes Geode would come along too, and we'd end up racing. Does that surprise you? Our friendship always had a competitive edge. We would often talk about how one day we might fly our wheelers outside the dome. Oh, I do that all the time. It's great. Strong recommend. That mean all of you have done this stupid shit and attuned to aether currents? Because y'all can fly. That's just something y'all naturally do, Alexandrians. Almost there. Be sure the ground is clear before you touch down. I know how to use an air wheeler. Phew. That's helped clear my head a touch. You know, Kinameki, you might be the first person I've ridden with who wasn't an Oblivion recruit. As far as I remember, at least. The memories from my regular days aren't exactly reliable. Come on, let's head inside. Hopefully the way will be clear of pests today. My Silky's not a pest. Whee! That's a pest. Ugh, just our luck. I got this. I should have did that first. Whatever. Easy. Thanks. We can usually avoid such encounters, but sometimes they wander in and block the only path. Not that it slowed you down at all. I've never seen you fight up close before, and the surveillance feed clearly didn't do it justice. Hopefully that keeps the route clear for a while, shall we?
これまでも仲間を亡くした時にはよくここで思い出話をしてたんですよ。
Oh, and she's the only one left.
常盤さんと3人で。一杯どうです？
Sure. You will in spirit. Oh, it's like, it's very polite and respectful for if you don't drink. Geode's memory.
Ara?
Honoring Geode's memory.
ああ、やっぱり来た。よかったら一緒におしゃべりでもしませんか？
はあ。では少しだけ。そういえばうちの組織って 数十年前に創設者たちが謎の失踪を遂げた後、カフキワさんが立て直したって聞いてますけど。
About that, Oblivion's founders were Krau's parents. Yeah, they became endless. We got to see them.
シェールさんとジオードも再建メンバーだったんですよね。そのあたりの話聞かせてくださいよ。興味ありますよね。昔の二人がどんな感じだったかとか。
I feel like Aaronville should be here for this. But I'll tell him.
懐かしい。僕とジオードの出会い自体が再建を始める直前だったんですよ。当時の僕はレギュレーターをつけていて、誰か大切な人を亡くしたばかりでした。
Y'all are fucking wild for wanting to forget people that you care about.
ずっと続けてきたアダプターの仕事も辞めて、バーの接客なんかで適当に日銭を稼いでたんです。そんなある日、客としてやってきたジオードと口論になって、初対面なのになぜか殴り合いの喧嘩に。
Damn.
なんでそんなことに。
理由は酔っててさっぱり覚えてないんですよ。まあ僕もジオードも似た者同士で誰かに当たりたかったんでしょうね。それで二人してバカみたいにぶっ倒れてたところ、通りがかった妙な機会に思いっきり説教されました。体を大事にしろだの、通行人の邪魔だのって。
Okay, so they didn't meet. They never met her in person, so she founded Oblivion after she had already died. Aaronville's mom.
今のシェールさんからは想像できないわ。
Nice shoes though. Look at her boot. Look at her shoes. Those look like some nice boots under those pants.
その妙な機会ってもしかしてカフキワさん？
はい。彼女、一通り僕らの世話を焼いた後でこう言ったんですよ。自分はゾラージャの侵攻から外の世界を守りたいんだって。大事な息子が旅する世界が美しいままであってほしい。自暴自棄になるくらいなら手を貸してくれないかって。
There, that's a good pitch.
本当衝撃でした。それまで障壁の外のことなんて気にも留めてなかったし、おまけに自分はもう死んでるだなんてめちゃくちゃですよ。けど僕とジオードは見たくなってしまったんです。彼女の意志がつなぐ未来を。
ジオードがよく言ってました。俺はカフキアさんと出会って初めて誰かのことを覚えていたいと思うようになったって。
言ってましたね、かっこつけて。
あ、でもその時点ではまだオブリビオンと名乗ってたわけじゃないんですよね。そうだったの？私てっきり。
カフキワさんは最初からかつてのオブリビオンを、クルルさんのご両親の意志を引き継ごうとしていたわけではないんですよ。
Is Nostalgia gonna comment on this? Did she know? Does she know?
それどころか存在すら知らなかった。ただその頃からすでに反体制派の存在を予測してはいました。死者の記憶を蘇らせるなんて自然の摂理から外れた行いには必ず異を唱える人がいたはずだって。
There has to be some sensible people even in a fucked up world.
そうした人たちと協力できればと考えて、基幹システムへの不正アクセスの痕跡を探し始めて見つけたんですよ。 ネオンスタインの奥にある不自然な区画をね。オーナーのメランコリーさんが言うには、店を譲り受けた時から開かずの間だったとか。
Interesting. So the hideout's always been there. And she's just like, I don't fucking know what's back there, man.
それがバックルーム。
そう。隠し扉から強引に入ってみたものの、アジトはもぬけの殻でしたけどね。でも設置されていた機器にはオブリビオンと名乗る組織の活動記録が残されていた。それを見て彼らの意思を継ぐことを決めたというわけです。
私の両親とカフキワさんの思いがそこでつながったのね。
Her parents worked out of the back room to begin with. See.
そしてそこに加わったのがシェールさんとジオードだった。
もっとも僕らだけでは力不足だった。あなた方が戦ってくれたからここまで来られたんです。
I'm kind of a walking anomaly, so you know.
大切な人たちを失うことは苦しいけど、こうして誰かと楽しかった日々を思い出すことは嫌いじゃありません。思い出すたびにみんなは記憶の中で笑っていて孤独を忘れさせてくれる。僕が誰かと生きた記憶は僕だけのもの。生きて前に進むために必要な道しるべなんです。さて、そろそろ任務に戻りましょう。皆さん、ありがとうございました。
いえ、むしろお礼を言いたいのは私の方です。辛いことには変わりありませんが、少しだけ落ち着きましたから。
See, talking about your feelings helps. That's why people need therapy. If we gave people therapy, maybe we would have less people clinging to their fucking new regulators. Or trying to cause nihilism extinction.
カリクスの野望を阻止しましょうね。
I appreciate you helping me through this. And not only the grief, you've helped me see that my comrades mean even more to me than I realized. Which only fuels my determination. I'll be spending every waking moment working to bring Calyx to account for his crimes. I'll do my part, then you do yours. Olivia needs you. Oh, maybe I should have looked at what the other two were. I was just like, ooh, purple. Bale steels her heart for the work ahead. It's time I went back to locating Calyx's lair. I have a new strategy in mind, but it remains to be seen if it will aid in narrowing down the possibilities. I'll ask Kryle for help. I want to re-examine the data, starting with that of her parents. After all, they were the first to break away from preservation and establish an organized resistance with Oblivion. There must be something in there that can point us in the right direction. What are your plans, Kitameki? Whatever they're about to call me about.
Kitameki, is that you? Apologies for calling suddenly. I've been making the rounds on the outskirts and I cannot help but feel as though something's amiss. Might I ask you to join me? Your perspective would be most appreciated. It can wait until you're finished attending to Shale, of course.
I'm done. I'll come over. Seems your plans have been decided for you, as is my wont. Go on. I have others to speak with before I return to the back room. As long as the memories remain, this wound in my heart will never fully heal.
but it might be better that way. Feel something, even pain, is to remember that they lived, and to know that I am still alive.
Why can't more people be, like, reasonable like that?
Won't be the same without Geode around.
Miss Geode. Oh man, there's like randos I can talk to that are all sad and stuff. Is anyone else back here? No, it's just Shale. That is not the way out. How the fuck do I get out of here? Leave me alone! That's fishing. This is what I want. What's up?
Kinameki, thank you for coming. As I mentioned, I would benefit from your worldly experience. Perhaps it is my imagination, but the townspeople appear to be acting oddly. That is, even considering this current state of affairs. As I am yet unfamiliar with the outskirts, I thought you might be better equipped to judge if their behavior is unusual or not. Would you speak to them and see what you think? Though I hope to be proven wrong, I fear something is not right here. It's nothing so obvious as loud wailing or acts of violence, but... well, it would be best if you saw for yourself.
Welcome to the outskirts. Okay, you're just like a dude. I find losing myself in work helps calm me down a little. It never stops the thoughts entirely, though. Trembling resident.
Oh, please tell me you brought more neo-regulators. Officially, they've all been handed out already, but I've heard rumors there are a few left over. Surely the government still has some. Or perhaps Queen Sveen? I may not look it, but I was a hunter once. Back then, I hardly gave death a second thought. But now that I know the truth, it's all I can think about. There has to be a way to hold on. There has to.
You are unusually fearful. Are they experimenting with, like, psychologically brainwashing these people?
I can't go on like this.
Yep, that's pretty fucking weird. Note to self, buy tarps, lots of tarps. And bug repellent, oglops, okay. Yeah, you don't say anything. Papuane? Greetings, I remember when you visited with Queen Sveen. Come to check out our well-being, have you? Well, I can say that things are rather stressful out here as well. Without knowing... Trying to see what color his is. Without knowing if our weather machinery might turn murderous, the specter of death is ever present. People are terrified, and the clamor for neo-regulators has reached a fever pitch. I personally was fortunate to have claimed a new device early on. Yeah, I thought that looked black. And have long since completed the registration. Death has no hold over me now. Now, I must begin my prayers. The darkness draws ever closer, grows deeper, and I must cast it out. Oh, we doing a cult kind of thing. I must pray. Prayer? Are we making a primal? You gonna fucking primal my ass? Oh my god, I live to take down primals. Come at me, bro. Ah, fuck your shit up. Neo-regular equipped resident. You! You're not wearing a regulator? Don't you know that the end is coming? Oh, we doomsday culting this shit, alright. Well, it's your life to lose. Me? I got myself one of those Neo regulators and registered it a little while ago. As soon as I did, a display appeared showing the number of registered users. Right now, it's sitting at 4,168. The upper limit was 5,000, wasn't it? Seems the total shot up right after those machine malfunctions. It's only a matter of time before everyone's registered. I pity those who aren't chosen, but I'm going to be an endless. I'm going to evolve and live happily ever after. You even know what it means to be an endless? You're not even you anymore. Just a pile of memories running through a fucking machine. It's not you. You're still dead. This, you know, a machine's gonna take over your memories and try to extrapolate and pretend to be you. Whereas if you die naturally, you can be Aether reborn, have a new life. Then when you go back to the Aether LC, you can like remember everything. It'll be great. Help you come to your senses and get your hands on a Neo regulator, friend. Y'all are fucking nutso. Right, so they're doomsday culting.
So what do you think? Was I right to worry?
Tensions are running high. Their fear is palpable.
Yes, that's exactly it. The people are overwhelmed by uncertainty and fear, and with each new registration, that fear inside them grows more insistent. How long until it drives them into full-blown panic?
Are we rioting? Are people rioting? I did tell Gio that was gonna be a fucking issue, and he was just like, no, that's not it. It's the other thing. And I'm like,
Kinameki, can you come to resolution? I have a problem. I'm already here with Namachi and Alvino.
I'm coming. We gotta go back.
Sounds like she wants us there in a hurry. We should go.
Oh yes, fuck yeah, teleport me. Don't waste my time, I love it. Love to see it. Oh, they woke it up, great. That's just swell.
The Meso Terminal's awake.
呼び出して悪いわね。ちょっとあれを見てほしいのよ。
死は常にあなたの傍らにいます。勤勉に働いていても報われないまま死ぬかもしれない。明日成し遂げられる偉業があっても今夜のうちに死ぬかもしれない。
Those buildings are active again. Living memories active again. Oh, bitch. They turned it back on. Didn't we shut that shit fucking down? Can we go back in and shut it down again?
肉体は脆弱です。あなたの心臓や脳、あらゆる臓物は毎秒ごとにダイスを振って停止と続行を選んでいる。この瞬間に健在であることも、良いことも、正しいことも、何一つとして加味されはしません。
This is a shitty PSA.
理不尽な選択です。恐ろしい結末です。それがまさしく死というものです。
I hate this.
ゴッサン殿との会合を終えたら流れていたんだ。おそらくはこれも。
火力数。
あなたの恐れを恥じる必要はありません。それこそが死を克服せんとする原動力となる。
That's not how you conquer death, fucking crazy people. Hydrate, posture check, pato. There's no cato, can't pato them. I will drink a sip of my tea and sit up straight.
の形に進めましょう。人類にプリザベーションをもたらしましょう。
You guys have like so little fucking knowledge of the natural order of things. Like, mankind will persist with the cycle of reincarnation. Do you know why you stop persisting? Because you decide to stop the flow of aether and all become AI. So you become run by robots and not even real people. You're not actually you. You're just a computer wearing your face.
さあ、祈り、願い、渇望してください。私たちは永遠人になるのだと。
What? Okay, pray. The pray thing. That's primals. Are they... Okay. What if they are trying to summon a primal through prayer and, you know, crystals or like whatever like object kind of aether is in the area, or like, you know, land aether, drain the land of its aether. Now that's another source of aether. And then expect us to kill said primal and then absorb the aether from the primal to fuel their fucking endless project. Yes and no, I'm gonna go around killing that shit, right? It's like, that's like our MO. It is what we do. So if they're trying to make a primal, that is a good way to get aether that he currently does not have access to. That is from crystals and the land. And you know, the ambient aether basically, and then suck it up into their little fucking soul capsules. Pray to Jeebus, yes.
死という終わりなき闇に進化によって打ち勝つのだと。
そうだとも。変わること、そのための最初の一歩は怖いかもしれない。
I bet we're gonna fight this primal and then he's gonna suck up the aether and be like, haha, that is my plan all along. You played right into my trap. And now I have all the aether that I need. And I'm be like, fuck, I just played right into that.
でも、きっとこれは正しい進化だ。俺は乗るぞ。利用登録をする。
No, the right path is you guys get therapy. All of y'all need fucking therapy. Deal with your problems. Stop running away.
ウクラマト様。ちょうどいいところに来てくれました。俺たちをトライオラに移住させてくれませんか？
Why do you want to move to Tuliolal when you're wearing a regulator? What are you planning to do over there?
この国にいたら命がいくらあっても足りません。機械兵や機械がいつ暴走するかもわからないし。
Okay, but if you come over there, I would really prefer you not bring your regulators, which are also hooked up to the system and are clearly fucking with your brain meats, right? And could cause you to go cuckoo bananas and slaughter and try to extract the aether souls and corporeal aether from my beloved normal non-crazy ass people.
トワ人になろうにも黒いレギュレーターが手に入らないんじゃ逃げるしかありませんよね。
ここを出て行って解決するなら誰だってそうしてたさ。だが放送でも言ってただろう。
Yeah, that's the way it is for fucking everybody, and you know what?
死はつきまとってくる。
Everyone else but you guys has gotten along fine with that for several fucking centuries, millennia. Millennia, really, because I think about how old Emmett Salka is, like, or was. Like, since the beginning of fucking time. Like, come on. Everybody else dealt with it. What is your problem?
どんな場所に行っても、誰と暮らしていても、克服の機会はもう二度と訪れない。お前、自分は黒いレギュレーターを持ってるからって。
What if I just interject right now and be like, you're probably the kind of person who prefers plastic plants, aren't you? And then just give him a really judgmental look. He's afraid of things dying. Hey Neo Neko, you should go away because it's probably spoilers. 3 stars. That's pretty okay. You're pretty mid. That's like a C.
Now, トラル幽霊隊がこっちに向かっていて、みんなが安全に避難できるように手はずを整えてる。
Ooh, 1 star. That's rough.
トライオラは全面的に支援する。
Do you even have space for all the refugees you about to get?
だから落ち着いてくれ。頼む。
It could be rigged. I don't know. Sphene, your Alexandrians are flipping out because they don't know how to deal with themselves and need therapy.
アレクサンドリアをみんなを助けたい。
Yeah, you probably don't want them to all leave for like no fucking reason. They'll need therapy.
私に何ができる？他の誰でもない。今の私に。
You're not the queen they knew of, but you could be a new one. I mean, you being the original still counts for something. My apologies, the sign is not responding to any of our attempts to change the display or switch it off. You're also black Neo-regulator pilled. I'm sorry I couldn't be there in time. Kyle told me everything that happened while we were away. First those deadly malfunctions and now a citywide announcement? I spent considerable effort recruiting his 5,000 Endless. Perhaps more than necessary, even. I'm telling you, primals! Why else would they say prayer? I had the hopefuls who descended on Lamachi disperse for now. You could see tempers in the crowd were starting to fray. The latest wave of attacks may not have been as widespread, but people are reaching for their breaking point. We have to stop Calyx and soon. I don't want to turn on my voice mod to read the robot.
Calyx has access to the core system, which means that if he chose to do so, he could deploy the soldiers beyond the barrier. Even if our people learned to live with death and decided to leave the dome behind, they will not be beyond his reach. Yet, if it serves to allay their fears even a little, I beg of you, Uklamat, please let them shelter in Tuliolal.
We will welcome any and all who want to come. We've already begun evacuations and we'll be able to pick up the pace once the Landsguard arrives. In which case, we had best spread out and keep an eye on the crowds. The mood is tense and we must prepare for possible violence. We happen to determine where Calyx is hiding, though. We'll be ready to move at a moment's notice. Surely we'll find a clue of some kind soon. Can't elude us forever. I think we should go check on Living Memory. Dude's probably been in the meso terminal the whole fucking time, I'm just saying. Probably dormant, woke up when the thing shut down and was like, yo, what the fuck? Violence and fear. This is not the future she envisioned for her nation. You're talking about AI Robosphene?
You give me so much of yourselves to aid those in need. I must endeavor to find my own small way to help.
Preservation, their purpose. Uklamat assesses her surroundings with grim determination.
Tuliolal would gladly welcome every last Alexandrian with open arms. But what of the nation the late queen was so desperate to preserve? What of that bright haven of peace and laughter? I won't
stand here and let her legacy be sullied any further. I will protect Alexandria. That was the promise I made her at the last. But she betrayed you, did she not? Why do you feel this obligation? I saw myself in her, I suppose. We both felt the people's joy as our own, yet alone we lack the strength to protect them. There's so much that I love in this world. Too much for me to take in my arms and keep safe. And that made me afraid. I needed someone who shared that love and fear, so together we could do what we couldn't by ourselves. Or maybe it's simpler than that. Maybe I just wish that we could have been friends. So when she turned to me in her final hour, desperate to safeguard Alexandria's future, I swore that I would see it done. In the end, I think you both found the friend you needed. And be yours as well, Sveen. Whenever you fall or struggle to rise, I'll come running to the rescue. And you do the same for me. That's how we'll protect the things we love. That's how we'll protect Alexandria. You're right. You're right. I'm gonna stay out of this. Let her have it a moment. Let them have their moment. Right. We got a bit sidetracked there. We should probably be on our way. Do we patrol or see if Shield needs a hand? Here you all are! I say we got a living memory. I'm still on that. Kululcha! Oh, splendid. We were afraid we'd miss you. Alice and the others said you were here. Good news, Kirameki. We finally found a chink in Calix's armor. We discovered laboratories on Everkeep's 10th level that once housed a preservation initiative. Containment Complex 1029, it's called. And it's been falsely registered as a distribution center. In reality, it hasn't recorded any traffic in decades. I don't think this is where Calix is hiding as such, but it may well contain clues that will point us in the right direction. Sorry it took so long just to get this far. If you're interested, what do you say we all go and check it out together? Yep, let's go. Thank you for all your hard work. This is a huge step forward.
And up! We need to take the lift to get to the complex.
I've cleared this expedition with the relevant authorities and have one of our people waiting to operate said lift. Let's not keep her waiting. It's so far. Oh shit, the whole gang's here. So is this the other lift? That was the lift we used last time, and this is the other one? We're just like piling on the dungeons and the elevators? What's gonna happen when we fill up this side? We gotta go to the other side?
An institute on preservation scale would have had many such facilities in the city, but I cannot help but wonder if this one is where my parents worked. Preservation laboratories. I shudder to think at what they were researching, but this is no time to be squeamish. Cheryl made me her assistant. She was teaching me the basics of data management.
Cool. It sounds like Gulu Ja played a big part in this breakthrough. I'll be sure to treat him to a fine feast once this is all over. Tacos? I want some tacos. I'll share the method we used to find the containment complex once we're inside. It wasn't actually all that different to the story of how we stumbled across the back room. Hey, that talk helped. Ready to head on up? Next stop, the 10th level. Now let's go.
ここがプリザベーションの研究室の一つ。
暗くてよく見えねえな。
ちょっと待ってくださいね。回路にエネルギーを通してと。
お？
あ、着いた。
All that shit on the screen. What are we looking at?
さすがに空気がよどんでいるわね。もう長い間使われていないようだから。
ここを見つけられたのはクルルさんとグルージャのおかげなんですよ。
私の耳飾りに黄金鏡の扉の制御コードが記録されていたでしょ？
Yes.
あの扉がプリザベーションの組み上げたものなら、当然それを操るコードにも彼らの痕跡があると考えたの。
Clever.
実際九段のコードを丹念に調べてみたら、製造者を示す記述が残っていました。それと同じ記述を制御コードに含んでいる扉がないか、エバーキープ中の扉という扉にアクセスして調べたんですよ。そして調査開始から1860個目にして、ようやくこの放棄された施設に行き着いたというわけです。グルージャが手を貸してくれて助かりました。
Nice.
シェールってば、僕が休んでる間もずっと調べてたんだよ。
Your treasure shale. Sounds like you need one of Genelt's energy tonics. Yup.
あれはむしろ体に悪い気がしてるんですが、気持ちだけもらって
But
お
it
きます
gives you wings.
ともかく僕たちだけでできるのはここまで。ここからは皆さんのご協力が必要なんです。
手分けして探してほしいものがあるの。うまくいけばカリクスの潜伏先を突き止められるはずよ。
Okay.
もちろん協力するよ。でも私たちがここに来たことってカリクスに感づかれないのかな？
可能性は高いでしょうね。望むところですよ。
On to you. You all know our main objective. We're here to pick up Calyx's trail. And I've learned of a certain device that should help us do just that. I'll explain how as we proceed, but according to the information I was able to dredge up, the device in question should have been installed in the director's office. Now, as for where that might be... Yes, this map matches my data. The room we're in is the Researchers' Commons, located in the western side of the complex. The director's office is to the northeast of here. So we should cut across this circular chamber in the middle, yes? Yes, we should, but unfortunately for us, the interior door is locked. We'll need a security key with the appropriate clearance to open it. Judging by the mechanism, I'd probably say it's a card of some kind. Can't you know, work some electro magic? That's not how that shit works. I'll try my best, but this type of lock is well before my time. It may take a while to crack it. And in case I can't, you might want to look around and see if anyone left a security card behind. Considering the state of this place, it doesn't seem like they abandoned it in some haste. I shouldn't be surprised if we found one. Very well, let's get to searching, shall we? I expect we'll have the most luck looking where the researchers kept their personal belongings. Begin search in Containment Complex 1029. Close cooperation will be necessary to overcome the obstacles barring your path forward. Helpful hints will appear in a different color. Pay close attention to the information provided by your comrades should you find yourself unable to proceed. I just want to talk to them, though.
Is this really a preservation laboratory? I thought there'd be something more, I don't know, special about it.
These shelves are almost entirely bare, but I'll examine the files to be certain. The arcane circuits in use here are decades old. I'll keep at it, but a security card might be the only way we're getting past this lock anytime soon. Why are you looking at the recycling bin? No luck so far. This bin had nothing in it at all. That's for trash. They're not gonna put one in there.
Perhaps the researchers kept their personal belongings at their workstations.
Small shelving unit holds some office supplies and little else of note. Appears to be the only desk with drawers already open. You can tell at a glance that the desk's former owner had left some things behind. Discover a card-shaped object. The electrode surface is marked with a bold level 1.
Oh! Could that be what we're looking for? Try it on the door and see if it opens.
Scanning device. The card-shaped object you hold looks to be of a similar size as the scanner panel. Card-shaped object. That's not an elegant tombstone. Hold the card-shaped object up to the scanner. Bingo.
It's open! You did it, Kitameki!
Thanks. I'm good at snooping. And a good thing, too. I was getting nowhere with that outdated circuit.
I am curious, though. Why would they abandon a facility like this?
It was run by a director, Demetrius, or so that terminal there told me.
Perhaps there are more answers to be had once we venture further inside.
Then let's continue onwards. The door to the director's office is across the central hub. We're gonna need to check other rooms to find a way to get in the fucking director's office, aren't we? Is that what's happening here? Is this also gonna be locked?
Going by the room labels on that map, we haven't yet entered any of the actual labs yet. Not a single soul here besides us.
Another locked door. We could try the same card again, but probably not gonna work.
This must be the door to the director's office. Go on, try the card.
I doubt we have clearance to get in the director's office. Looks like every room can be accessed from this hub. Hold the level 1 security card up, but the scanner beeps in disapproval.
Oh good, maybe we need a different card.
No shit, this is only a level 1. Yes, the scanner's demanding a level 3 security clearance to open the lock. As much as the delay chased me, we must have to comb through the nearby rooms and hope we stumble upon the card we need. Let's start our search in the proto-lab. The door's already open at least.
You will find a way through together, Shale. I'm sure of it.
Please excuse my impatience. The means to track down Calyx are close, and I'm itching to get my hands on them.
Dug through the data tab and found a journal. I'll read it to you. Results of Experiment 158 show a marked improvement in ether extraction rates. And last, we've achieved the target value set by Master Calyx. Though it will become endless as per our ascendancy protocols, I'll preserve this historic number along with my few remaining worldly effects. Preserve the number? This machine feeds into a soul cell.
I'm reminded of my imprisonment by the Empire. Surely this device wasn't made to hold people?
I mean, it probably was. Appears to be a researcher's personal data tablet. Actually, yes. Hold on. I do want to skim. Today, I begin my employment at Preservation. The organization was unfamiliar to me, but when the recruitment letter arrived, I had a gut feeling that this would be far more fulfilling than any orthodox medical practice. My instincts were correct. Master Calix's philosophy is the refined ideal of notions I've only ever vaguely entertained. That mankind must evolve beyond the shackles of its flesh and blood existence. Y'all are crazy. I had a meeting with Director Demetrius today. I've heard others praise his genius intellect, yet he seems but a guttering candle in comparison to Master Calix's blinding brilliance. This morning, I was permitted to access the top floor and observe the workings of living memory. As predicted, the shortage of aether required to sustain the Endless is reaching critical levels, yet Queen's Fiends insists on continuing her ineffectual flailing. Our Milala colleagues, including the Protolab chief, have been behaving in a decidedly suspicious manner of late. Protolab chief. Oh, Krau's parents. Should I report my concerns to the director? Tomorrow I've been assigned to assist with a research project in the Deutero lab. We're scheduled to conduct a major experiment, the details of which I have been kept ignorant. It would seem prudent to back up my memory data. Reach the end of the journal entries. Oh, that man's dead. These notes seem to be about the research they did in here. Let's take a look. Experiment 148, submitting inference candidate 2091930 to be considered for the efficiency procedure review. Huh. Experiment 158, maximum value of 11509 recorded. A comparative study to be included in the report. Alright then. Oh, and one more. Experiment 163. New proposal produced a result of 9834. Decreased value verified. Well, I have no idea what any of that means. Maybe it'll make sense later on. We got 158 from the little kid, so.
The way this room is set up, canister inserted into that large device looks to be a soul cell. This be where they conducted their experiments to create Endless. But we could probably spend days investigating this complex. Finding a way to the director's office must take precedence. Speaking of which, Gulucha mentioned a locker over in the corner that he couldn't open. Perhaps you could take a look?
The locker door should type the number of pads suggests that putting the correct combination will open it. You've gleaned some numerical data during your investigation. Attempt to open. You need 158, maximum value of 11509. Bingo. Ooh, key card. The locker pops open. Inside you find a level 2 security card. Ah, shit, we gotta go to the other lab. Shemeki, you got the locker open.
We found another security card.
Yeah, it's level 2 though.
Oh, but that does say level 2. We need a level 3, didn't we?
It's okay, we can go to the other lab. Yes, but it should still open more doors for us to explore. You did well, Kitameki. Thanks. Leave it to me. I'm good at snooping. These preservation members had led such surprisingly normal lives. Leaving notes, losing their cards? I guess I imagine they'd be more... what's the word? Bloodless? Mechanical?
My parents were once part of preservation, if you'll recall. It would seem the researchers who agreed with Calix and his philosophy underwent the conversion to endless entities. But I assume those who could not, or would not, eventually left the organization altogether. Oh, I almost forgot. The researchers kept journals in their data tablets. One I read doesn't explain much, but something big happened in the complex, and afterwards it was decided that everyone would become endless. The writer was really happy about this. You can tell how much they admired Calix and his work.
Crazy people.
The entries ended after that, but maybe you can read more in the other tablet there.
I already read it. Alright, let's move this investigation to another room. Well, we have the Deutera lab and the maintenance facilities left to search. Both are accessed via the southeast corridor.
So it's back to the hub and the locked door across the way.
Which will hopefully yield before our new security card. I'll take the old one if you'd like. I doubt we'll have any more use for it. What if I like holding on to shit, though? I'm a hoarder. I broke into a lab and all I got was a lousy security card.
If there were others besides my parents who left preservation, where might they be now? Seems not everyone who joined preservation became endless right away. There must have been research that required physical bodies.
Scanner awaits. Hold the security card up to the panel and should unlock the door.
What else do they have in this place? If I read the map right, it must be a lot smaller than the Yowata facility.
Calyx hasn't bothered to show his face yet, I see. Maybe he hasn't noticed us? Or maybe he's just watching and waiting. Probably that. Wait silently for security card. Here you go, level 2, let me in. Yes, it opened! So, where should we go first? The Deutera lab or the facilities?
Let's start with the lab.
I mean, facilities usually has cards. Cause, like, they gotta clean all that shit. What is a Gulu Jaw?
Didn't the security card open this door as easily as the last one?
Strange, this door's not set up like the others. Do we need, like, an actual key? What does this sign say? Hold on, I'm gonna snoop. Anything in here I can look at in advance? Any tablets for me? Nada. What the fuck were they doing in here? If this was an X instead of a diamond, I'd be all like, PlayStation? Excuse me?
Shale, there doesn't seem to be any power here.
Oh, we gotta divert power. No, none at all. It's possible the energy supply for this room is on a separate conduit, which means there should be a contingency for opening the door. Look here, the sign above the card scanner says, in case of emergency, backup power can be rerouted from facilities. Facilities room is down the other branch of this corridor. Oh, right, the other room is facilities. Interesting. Let's see about getting the power restored to the Deutera lab, shall we?
Oh good, the terminal's lit up. That means we have power in this room.
Yup.
The Terra lab must have required greater amounts of energy to operate. What kind of experiments were they conducting there?
Oh, we're about to find out. I don't think we're gonna like it. There's some big flashy floor tiles. I wonder what they're for. Me too.
So this room was for managing the power supply and utilities. Hope they kept security cards in here as well.
Gauging power supply. Oh good, it's returning an error. Must be a preliminary procedure. According to this error code reference, if the power supply has been interrupted for an extended period of time, we need to reconfigure both the emergency generator and the circuit control panels.
Shale, that's the emergency generator over there, isn't it?
Okay. Yes, and by the looks of it, it's the same model as the one used in Heritage Found.
But how does it send power to the other lab?
Yeah, I see. The energy cable attached to the base of this terminal leads down the hall directly to the Deutera lab.
Which means we need a way to connect the generator to that cable. What about the patterns on the floor? Could this be the circuit we needed to reconfigure?
I believe you have the right of— oh my god, we gotta rotate shit, alright. Using the control panels set into each of the tiles, we create an unbroken path for the power to flow. I want to give her an instruction manual. I got this. Let me add it. Deed, if you could look around for any written procedures, I'll keep digging through the terminal's directories. Might I also ask someone to operate the generator?
I can do it. I've used that type of machine before.
No, then would you be willing to try and reconfigure the circuit path, Kitameki? The rest of us can help by supplying Kitameki with whatever information might be found on the circuitry configuration. I don't need your help. I got this. I'll talk to you for fun, but I don't need your help. Lock the power supply route and adjust the current optimal flow. Everything should be ready for when you reconfigure the circuit. I was able to take a glimpse of the warning sign behind the containers. From what I could make out, it said, "Caution, circuit will not function with duplicate patterns." Suppose that means only one of each circuitry pattern can be set at a time?
Generator doesn't seem to need any fancy settings as long as it's running and the circuit is fixed. We should have the power supply ready to go.
We need to get from there to there. Kitameki, take a look at this diagram. No, don't spoil it for me. Leave me alone. There's another bottom power, configure the floor, circuit panel, uninterrupted path. I'm gonna get that out of my face. These symbols must represent the room we're in. If that square at the top left is Shale's terminal. Yeah, like fucking, I don't need that shit. They appear to be data logs from a former age. My scholarly interest is piqued by a few of the labels, but none are relevant to the task at hand. I've also had no luck locating more security cards. We shall have to rely upon our backup power strategy. I know what to do. Arrange the 4-tile pattern in the correct positions. Access the control panels and configure. Circuit seems unchanged. Pattern you select is the same as the one currently displayed. Oh, okay, I see. We're just switching them. Yeah, there we go. No duplicates, and it's perfect. Go. Can you hit it? Fine, I'll look at your dumb hint. Configure to provide an uninterrupted path. Yeah, we did that. Symbols must represent the room we're in. Yes. Square on the top left is Shale's terminal. Bottom right should be the generator. Bottom right's a square and the top is right's a circle. Yeah, I did that. Oh, maybe it wants these switched. Hold on. Yeah, because that'll still connect. And then if I do this, it'll make a full thing. Yeah, it'll make a closed circuit. Okay, that's what it wants. Connected all the circuits, inform your comrades.
It worked! You did it, Kitameki.
I know. I'm so good at puzzles. The Terra lab should now be fully powered. Well done, everyone. Can we go, please?
If I may, Shale, could we access a certain data log before moving on? I was checking the storage shelves and one of the labels caught my eye. Preservation in the Early Days is the title.
Of course. It'll only take a moment to bring up the contents. Looks to be a tech-based account. I'll read it out. Preservation, an Alexandrian Institute for Technological Development, was founded by Calix, an 11-year-old child prodigy. Xenos was a battle prodigy. Calix could be a, brain smarts prodigy. Approval for establishing the organization came during Alexandria's involvement in the Storm Surge, with Calix's design for new defensive solutions funded in large part by the Treasury.
As the conflict grew in intensity and casualties mounted, Calyx funneled Preservation's resources towards the perfection of memory storage. Research into this field continued even after the storm surge came to an end, and with Calyx eventually electing to preserve his own memories in a virtual domain. I mean, yeah, Xenos ain't opposed to, like, preserving himself so he can come back and go fight some bitches again. That's what he has.
So this account is from before he embraced his endless existence, hundreds of years ago. I met with him only once before the storm surge began. I was attending my father, who was then the reigning king of Alexandria. Calyx could not have been more than 10 years of age and required constant treatment for his debilitating illness. Yet still he published theories so highly regarded that even the royal family was aware of his achievements. I should not be lost to the injustice of death. But now I can hear the single-minded will behind his words.
Xenos was pretty single-minded.
So it was that when war came to our kingdom, my father was quick to commit to his unwavering support to the somber youth and his proposals for preservation. Several years later, the ensuing violence brought the death of both my parents. Overwhelmed as I was by the sudden succession to the throne, I suspect they spared me the reports on endless research, other less urgent matters. You had no way of knowing what kind of person Calyx was changing into?
He change? Wonder. Perhaps he has ever been the type to value ideals over compassion, and I failed to see it at the time.
I mean, usually people are like that kind of genius, like, miss things like empathy quite often because they're hyper focused.
Or perhaps he did change, but is still driven by those same deeply held beliefs. That mortality is cruel and unjust, and his role is to deliver mankind from this fate. Whatever the case may be, we cannot allow him to shape our future. Let's press on, shall we? If I've done my job correctly, the door to the Deutero lab should be accessible now. I'll give everything a once-over just to be sure.
Had his own body not been fated to fail him so young, would Calyx have pursued his endless project with such fervor?
Everything we read in this place sings Calyx's praises. The people who worked here must have truly idolized him.
Alexandria survived the war was no small part thanks to the defensive measures developed by preservation. In that regard, I shall always be grateful. Yes, the door is power now.
Energy current seems stable enough. Still, you should let me handle this one. Security card, if you please. Oh, and a quick prayer that a shorted wire doesn't burn me from the inside out. Give me more alpaca. Eat that alpaca. Jail's examining the card scanner. Alright, I'll get this door open. Open sesame. Phew, smooth as silk. Let's head inside and see what awaits. Gods above, isn't that... What the fuck? The key to the interdimensional fusion, or are they trying to make another one? It looks to be a schematic on the monitor. And they've used it to make another key, but isn't it missing the shard inside like the one Kitameki has? We may have been laboring under a misconception. The key was originally a Milala relic. Once this treasure came into its possession, preservation began working to harness the power to cross dimensions. Aside from the crystal, we can see that the vessel's components were constructed here, so what might that tell us?
gonna let you guys stew on this for a bit. I actually need to take a quick BRB. I'll be right back. BRB. BRB. I'll let the ads play too. I'll be right back. I'm back. We got about 20 more seconds on the ad. I'm gonna check something very quick. Oh, I don't have it open right now. Let's open it anyway. Store. Minimize that. How many quests is the MSQ? Quite a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, 10. 10 parts of this. Okay. I don't know if we're actually gonna finish this today or not. It's pretty long. We might have to do the rest of this on Friday. Or tomorrow. Maybe I'll push back date everything and do date everything on Friday. Yeah, this patch is longer than anticipated. Anyway, we'll figure it out.
Aside from the crystal, we can see that all the vessel's components were constructed here, so what might that tell us?
Okay, so it was definitely the orange crystal on the inside that was the Azem, the Traveler's artifact, and was creating the Traveler's mark. But how did they use this to control it? Crystal itself is the key. Yeah, this is just a device they made to control it. Crystal itself is the key.
That would be the logical conclusion, yes. It is as my parents explained. The key remains shrouded in mystery. Preservation augmented it with electro, but never grasped the technology's underlying principles. This day, not a single person understands the mechanics of interdimensional fusion. Not who imbued the key with its power,
not when they did so, nor why. Now it makes sense. Calyx can track the key because its vessel was made by preservation. Oh, can we just like break the fucking vessel and like take the crystal out and then I can just hold on to it because it's mine?
I believe there's much we may learn in this room. On our next visit, I'll have to enlist Y'shtola's assistance for a thorough investigation. I too am curious about a great many things, but pinning down Calyx's whereabouts is our priority. Hopefully there's a security card here that grants us access to the director's office. Research conducted in this lab appears to have been highly confidential in nature. Some of the personnel must have belonged to the organization's upper echelons, and that means higher security clearance. We should spread out and look for any key cards they left behind. Remember, anything less than a level 3 is no good to us. Alright, let's talk to the kids. Oh wow, these things are just printing cases. Why are they making so many vessels? Did the other ones not work properly?
Maybe the vessels break after some time.
I'll search through these drawers. One of us is bound to find something, I'm sure of it.
Maybe someone left a card on a shelf somewhere?
I keep holding out hope that I'll find some evidence of my parents here, despite knowing that there's none.
I didn't talk to Shelia. The sturdy looking shelving unit holds a storage crate and sealed barrels. No sign of any security cards. Those cameras or anything to go by. This lab was under constant surveillance. I'll scan the recordings to try to spot where people left their security cards. Maybe we'll get lucky. This lone storage crate is filled with documents, binders, and other miscellaneous objects, none of which are security cards. Found a security card in the cabinet drawer.
Oh, did you just find a security card? Well, that's a stroke of luck. Let's have Shale examine it to be sure.
Here you go. Oh well, if it isn't exactly what we needed. Nice work, Kid Maggie. I know, I'm lucky like that. Hey Brunner, how's it going? Yep, we are in this part of the MSQ. We're probably not finishing MSQ today because it's getting late and I have just discovered that the MSQ is 10 quests long. And I'm like, ooh, that's a 2-day endeavor. It's fine. I'm having a good time with the story. I have theories. I have theories that probably disagree with what is popular.
And I don't care. I'm gonna believe what I want. Oh, at a level 3! That should get us into the director's office.
Yay!
So, what was it you were hoping to find in there again, Shale?
You were saying that a certain device was going to help us? Right, I haven't properly explained myself, have I? I'm looking for a data relay. After we discovered this ostensibly abandoned complex, I performed a cursory investigation, which detected a connection to an outside network. When I traced the data's routing, I confirmed traffic from a web of Everkeep's security cameras. Concerning the way Calyx is always one step ahead of us, we must assume he's quietly seized control of the city's surveillance system and has been using it to monitor our activities. To monitor what you, as the keyholder, are planning. But since Calyx is the ultimate recipient of those transmissions, the flow of data is like a river that we can follow back to him. Which is why I need the data relay. If I can analyze the device and see where it's rerouting all the surveillance traffic,
then you can pinpoint Calyx's position.
That said, he has done nothing to impede our progress, which makes me think I might be on the entirely wrong track.
Maybe the reason he isn't stopping us is because he can't? Back in the old castle, Calyx said he was measuring Kirameki's strength. What can he possibly dream up that's stronger than her?
A primal. But again, I'm pretty sure. So they were talking about prayer back in the outskirts. Pretty sure they're trying to summon a primal, have me beat it up, and then suck up the primal's aether before it goes back to the land and the ambient area, and be like, fuck yeah, now I got even more aether to fuel my endless ambitions. And I'll be like, oh shit, well now I just screwed over the land, and the land's not gonna have aether, and then and then this land's gonna become like dead. Speaking of cameras, there was another thing I meant to mention. Found evidence that someone deliberately disabled the surveillance feed in this room. The most recent recording was also crudely deleted. I was able to restore the data, though, if you'd like to see it. Sure. Start the show, then. Who's this?
本当に組織を抜けるつもりか。
ええ、永遠の生というものが怖くなってしまって。
Sensible lady.
私はまだこれまでの常識を捨てきれずにいるんだわ。生命は死によって自らの種を淘汰し最適化してきた。進化を望んだからこそ死ぬのよ。それを止めてしまった先に本当に人類の未来があるの？もしそこにあるのが果てのない停滞だったら、私たちのやっていることは。
その発言は
Just staring at the new hair.
することになる。
そうね。彼と同じ視点を持つことができたら、こんな不安も抱かずにいられたかもしれない。でも無理よ。私は彼じゃない。何もかもが違いすぎる。非凡な才能を持っていることも、なのに病のせいで成人まで生きられないと言われていたことも、全ての無駄を切り詰めて研究に没頭していることも。彼が苦境でも負けずに努力して死を超越する手段を勝ち得た点はもちろん尊敬しているわ。
So, I know, and I was saying this earlier, I know there's a popular theory that Calyx is, maybe, or like, a wish or whatever. Hope that Calyx is a corrupted shard of a Zem. One of our shards from the 9th, and he's our equivalent on the 9th, and he just went cuckoo bananas trying to save people in the wrong way. I think he's Xenos' shard. He is singularly focused on a specific ambition. He is a genius from a young age. May not be a battle, maybe it's for something else. But he's still a genius, lacks empathy, is cuckoo bananas, and is very singularly focused on his ambition, which in this case is becoming an immortal endless and never dying, instead of trying to become the strongest. Which shard? The 9th. We're talking about the 9th because Calyx is from the 9th. So a lot of people, I know that there's a popular hope in theory crafting hypothesis that Calyx is the Azem shard on the 9th. Our shard, our split, because obviously we've been sundered. Man, Calyx, who do I think it is? I think he's Xenos. I think he's Xenos' shard.
because Xenos is also singularly focused and was a genius at battle. So different circumstances, but you know, kind of similarly motivated, and like the personality is pretty similar, just with like different circumstances. And also, like, the thing that made me think about it first was because I was looking at it, I saw a picture of Calix, and then, like, I was like, okay, yeah, it's that dude, it's that dumb kid. And then, like, someone posted fan art of Xenos, and I'm like, they have the same dead eye expression, like, nothing in the world fucking matters to them. And I was just like, huh. I know that could just be a coincidence, but it made me think, and then, like, just hearing about this makes me think, yeah, I like this theory. I like it a lot better than, like, that's your corrupted, like, Warrior of Light shard, and it's like, it's a Zem, and it's you, and you just went cuckoo bananas in some other shard and, like, took things too far the wrong way, and it's like your dark AU persona if you made the wrong choices, and I'm just like, I don't like that trope. I think that trope's stupid, and I'm over it. Or maybe it's not necessarily dumb, I'm just like, I think it's too... I'm tired of it. I've read too many stories like that. I don't think it's that interesting. I think it would be far more interesting if they found a way to bring Xenos back and make him, like, continue stalking you like the annoying bastard that he is. Yeah, Zem does love to... Zem loves traveling, and I, like... There is an inherent trait in a Zem that not only does a Zem like to travel and go around, a Zem likes to help people, the small people. A Zem picks, like, one of the traits of being an Zem, no matter who had the title, be it us or our predecessor Vina, was that you enjoyed helping people, and it was all for the greater good. I think it's a really strong personality mismatch, because Calix is kind of doing these things selfishly and, like, doesn't care who gets hurt in the process, and, like, Zems always think about the consequences and, like, who's this going to affect, and, like, is it worth the sacrifice? And I don't think it's a good match, and I'm like, that theory has always, like, bugged me a little bit. But yeah, I think it's Xenos. I don't know, though they may never confirm it, like, confirm or deny who Calix is a shard of, but my headcanon is it's Xenos, because we left Xenos for dead at the end of the world, so he's kind of fucking gone. But, you know, one of his shards could certainly come back and haunt us, and we'll be like, God, not you again. Why are you still here? Why can't you just leave me alone, you fucking stalker? Yeah, I think it's Xenos.
But その生への執着が正しいものだって確信できない。だから私は組織を抜けて、これからは次の世代に後を託すために精一杯生きたいと思う。
To be honest, it's the first time you heard Calix maybe being our shard, which doesn't make sense to you as well. I've heard it from a few people. The first time I heard it was from Jesse Cox, and I've heard other people like say like that's an interesting theory and they like it and they're going with that as well. But that was the first time I heard it, and then like I've seen some other people like, you know, follow his lead with that. And I'm just like, nah, dude. I respectfully disagree on that one. I think it's Xenos. I think it'd be a lot funnier if it was Xenos, because you're just like, oh my god, this fucker just won't go away. Why won't you die? Oh, he just fucking killed her. Ooh, that sucks. Oh my god. Y'all are fucked up. He's like, you don't want to be an endless? I'll make you be. Oh, they don't let you leave preservation. They're like, you want to leave? You can leave and become an endless. We can't let you spread what we're actually doing here. Oh, and that's why you deleted the footage. She only wanted to leave and he executed her. Check the images against the personnel data, and the man who pulled the trigger was Director Demetrius himself.
Everything I could find on him pointed to a deep infatuation with Master Calyx. Oh yeah, he's a really bad person to tell that you want to leave. No wonder Krell's parents tried to get away and was so desperate in keeping baby Krell safe. Yeah, that's fucked up. Cameras in this room have been out of operation since that incident. Given that the recording was erased, I can only assume he was trying to conceal his grisly deed from the other researchers. I'm not surprised, given how my parents described their defection from the Institute. They spoke of rushing me through a portal even as Preservation's agents closed in on them. I dared not ask what became of them after that, but if it turns out they were captured by their pursuers... Yep, they probably got killed. I just assumed that's what happened. I'm sure they managed to escape. They did not regret their actions.
Right, the echo. Knowing you saw them as they were, your words give me great comfort. Oh, Kryle. Worry not, Sven. Thanks to the Haven of Living Memory, I was at last able to meet my parents and learn what they stood for. It is enough for me to carry on.
I'm glad for you. Even now, we don't know how the conflict unfolded between your parents and Preservation. But what we do know is that your mother and father cleverly expunged every last trace of their movements. They made sure no one could cross into the source or threaten their child's safety.
Right. Let's press on, shall we? This tale behind the key deserves a fitting conclusion. To the director's office!
That's some foreboding-ass music. Was Calyx the one who gave the orders to execute defectors? The more we learn about him, the less I understand.
I don't expect to find any information on my parents in the next room either, and that's something I can be proud of.
Love all the horror elements in this patch. Yeah, there's some pretty fricked up stuff happening. The early investigations put the data relay just past this door. Let's get it open, shall we? We're getting a nice long patch, so I think it's nice that they spent more time on it. I know there's some people who are like crashing out and like bitching about like when there's lack of stuff to do, but it's like, you don't rush quality. Gonna go play shit games that like pump out stuff all the time on a constant regular basis just to keep you hooked? Fine, go waste your time with that. I have other things to do. It still says burb without the eye? Oh my god, thank you for pointing that out. I missed that. Like, been like fucking 20 minutes and I forgot to remove that. Thank you. Now it's sitting there during the cutscene. Whoops.
That man in the recording was Director Demetrius, and this must be his office.
Yeah, that guy sucked. He had new hair though. New hairstyle, pretty cool. Hearing Krell talk about her parents reminded me of how much I miss Namika. I guess I'll never really get over it. She lived a nice life, full life, to old age. Scanning device, here's your card. And open! Here we go, let's head inside. Now to find that data relay. Don't be shy, everyone. Speak up if anything odd catches your eye. Can Reki come with me? I might have needed that security card. Here. This is a report on reducing people to aether and how much energy can be harnessed per individual. Man, that is a grim way to look at shit. People are fodder.
Oh, my apologies. I was thinking about the key.
Why isn't Stola here?
Something odd. Something odd.
Huh? This director Demetrius was very particular about how you decorated his office. We've got incense and vases and some kind of gem display? Interesting. There's something missing. For a man that's particular, that should not be missing, I would say. Damn, this terminal isn't connected to any of the outside networks, so it can't be the data relay I'm looking for. This office is also smaller than the map suggested. Positive we're in the right room. What am I missing? Secret passage. Obviously. Sorry, Kinemeki, could I ask you and the others to search the office for any clues to this infuriating puzzle? Amongst other personal effects, you find what is presumably the director's data tablet. A closed locker stands next to the table. Examine the data tablet. Pick up the data tablet and begin skimming through the contents. Daily reports. Nothing of note. The mystery of the key's activation condition remains unsolved. The key triggered an explosion today. Temporary interdimensional portal verified. Continued attempts to stabilize the core's energy reactions. 13 researchers sustained fatal injuries in the explosion. Memory faculties of 4 personnel sufficiently intact for endless conversion. Remaining 9 designated for Aether reclamation processing. Oh, Aether reclamation means they kill them. Nothing of note. Rejected resignations of 2 Milala researchers. Kyle's parents. Major incident. Details in full report. Those 2 inept Milala broke with preservation and absconded with the key. The fugitives have since been caught and eliminated. We were too late to recover the relic. The only reason we retained our flesh was to serve Master Calyx as physical instruments to conduct his experiments. Deprived of the object of our research, our existence serves no further purpose. I dare not imagine the depths of his disappointment in me. The complex is to be shut down. All personnel will have their bodies reduced to Aether, which will be allocated for further experimentation. Memory data will be archived. Any endless conversions will be subject to Master Calyx's discretion. If he does not deem us fit, then we are not deserving of eternal life. Shutdown protocols. All personnel have undergone processing. Once the shutdown protocols have been completed, I will proceed with my own corporeal dissolution. As long as the key remains in the physical world, we must keep this complex in pristine condition. Whether it be needed for experiments or otherwise, it must be ready to support future operations, whatever capacity Master Calyx requires. To that end, facility equipment will be maintained in stasis mode. Furthermore, a critical component for secure room access will be stored separately to defend against unauthorized entry. Should have looked in the locker. Having lain dormant for years, the now active coffee maker has already entered a self-cleaning cycle. It appears to have no other purpose beyond brewing coffee, though it remains to be seen when it will be able to do so once more. I should have looked in the locker for fun. Soul cell storage case. Collection of soul cells may have once belonged to the director. Appear to be empty. Find a crumpled note wedged between the file binders. Secure room lift access. Is a secure room. Requires passwords to be input simultaneously at terminals in the Proto Lab, the Deutero Lab, and the Director's Office. Perhaps the discovery would be of interest to Shale. Of course it would. Here. You found something. Here's the crumpled note. Thank you. A misplaced note, was it? With instructions for accessing a secure room, no less. Seems we need to enter a password on 3 different terminals at the same time. There's no such a room marked on the map, was there? No, a precautionary measure, no doubt. If passwords are involved, I expect the access lift to it itself is concealed too.
Concealed by a electrope, you mean? Could it be that wall? I thought it seemed odd when I walked past it.
Remember what Kafka used to say, Shale? Never trust an electrope surface.
Fair. Although, out in the rest of the world, we have glamour prisms for that shit too. Electrope isn't always what it appears to be. You can pass right through Electrope. It's not always what it appears to be. You can't always just pass through it, though.
Oh, of course. Electrope is how you alter the look of all Solution 9's floors and walls, isn't it?
Yep.
In which case, it shouldn't be too hard to disable.
It has many uses. Look at that, a lift.
Another door!
I've managed to deactivate the projection, but the lock is another story.
Didn't that note lay out the password protocol? I say we go ahead and try it.
I agree. 2 people should prepare the lab terminals for input while the rest of us look for passwords here in the office.
I'll take the proto lab.
Then I'll take the Deutero lab.
Actually, it might be better if you stayed, Sphene. Your knowledge of Alexandria and its people could be needed here.
So you're right. If the passwords are hiding behind clues, that may be something I can help with.
I can help too. I've lived my whole life in Alexandria after all.
I will take Deutero lab duty then. We can keep in touch via communicator to match our timing.
Kameki, you shall have the honor of entering the office password.
Cool.
Once we've determined what we need to input, take your places at this terminal. I'll stand by to guide Wuklamot and Krau through the process.
You know, there was that display plate over there. The one with the gems? I thought since it was made of electrope, it might have some other purpose. Is that the passwords, what gemstone it is? Based on the map? I couldn't find any switches or buttons to make it do anything. Maybe you can figure it out. There's one missing, though. Cluttered side tablet. I want to open the locker. Door to the locker swings open easily. Holy shit! Yeah, this guy was fucking nuts. It contains nothing of note. You quietly shut the locker door. That was cursed. Have you yet discovered enough clues? Yeah. Dual display plate. The 2 jewels are embedded in this electro plate. You identify the blue gem as sapphire and the red gem as garnet. Garnet, FF9. There also appears to be an empty slot for another jewel to fit. They could have said ruby, but they went with garnet.
I kept searching the drawers of the books and found a cube puzzle made of electrope. It's probably just a toy, but maybe?
Solve the puzzle.
We got it.
Does it have a gem inside?
Let's see, if I move this bit and then connect the circuit to that one. There! Huh? There was something inside. Oh, it's a pretty green stone. I think it might be Alexandrite.
Thank you.
You see, these gems were so treasured in the past they named the kingdom after them. Here, you should hold on to this one, just in case.
Hey, you know what you used... hold on. I have Alexandrite. That's for 2.0 relic weapons.
Keep calm and everything will be fine. Both of you are quick studies.
I should take a closer look at these reports. One of them might have hints to the passwords.
Insert. Hey, whoa, look! It's a map, and it tells you where to input which one.
Gemstones fit snugly into place. Almost immediately afterwards, the glowing lines of a diagram appear on the display, accompanied by a short phrase. A decorative pattern, an arcane circuit, a floor plan of this complex. So the Terra Lab gets Garnet, the Proto Lab gets Sapphire, and the office gets Alexandrite. More pain. As you continue studying the display, you realize that these shapes correspond to the rooms of the complex in which you now stand. This may be related to the passwords you were looking for. Sapphire, Proto Lab, Garnet, Deutera Lab, Alexandrite, Director's Office, scrawled plate. Glowing words appear to be handwritten.
Yes, I knew that jewel would come in handy. Let me see. Keep the stones. This must be about the special meanings Alexandrians have for gems. It's an old belief, I think, where each type of gem means something different. But if you ask Sphene, she could tell you more about it. After all, even her name comes from a gemstone.
Oh, we need the meaning of the stones for the password. Okay. Hi. I need you to tell me stuff.
Yes, if you have questions, need only ask.
Tell the symbolism of Alexandrite.
Well, I was taught that Alexandrite represents the concept of protection. It is, incidentally, also the origin of Alexandria's name. Oh, are you thinking this has something to do with the passwords?
Yep.
Sapphire and Garnet as well, you say? Yes, they all have meanings. Alexandrite, as I said, is protection. Sapphire represents honesty, and Garnet symbolizes devotion. We should try these 3 words at the terminals and see if they're accepted. I certainly hope we're right.
I'm ready.
All set to go here.
Wuklamot and Kral are just awaiting their passwords. Start with Wuklamot in the Proto Lab. What word should she enter? Honesty. And the password for Kral in the Deutera Lab? Devotion. And lastly, what will we input for the director's office? Protection. Right, we have all 3 passwords ready. Now to enter them into the system at the same time.
They had a little stool for her because she's a Malala. Yes!
I'm so glad that worked. Secure room is the only place we've yet to search. The data relays anywhere. It has to be there. We'll venture in as soon as Wuklamot and Kral rejoin us. Great work, Kitameki. Leave it to you to divine passwords for an ornamental display. Or from, yeah.
You did it thanks to you, and a little bit of thanks to me, I hope.
Yeah, you found the puzzle that had this stone I was missing. I would have guessed it was going to be Sphene, but Alexandrite makes more sense.
Speaking of gemstone symbology, for Alexandrians, Sphene holds the meaning of eternal light.
Yeah, that makes sense.
My parents named me. It was their wish that I become an unwavering beacon of hope for our people. Think on it now, I have ever shared that destiny with my other self. Well, that went well. Excellent clue finding, Kitameki.
We ready? All right, everyone. Time to board the lift and see what awaits us.
特別な端末には見えねえな。これが探してたやつなのか？
ええ、うまくいけばですけどね。
ドア人って記憶から構成されているでしょ？けれど記憶自体は言ってしまえば情報に過ぎない、実体がないっていう意味でね。 いわば情報体である彼らが現実世界に干渉するには2つの方法しかないわ。
Yeah.
一つがリビングメモリーで出会ったトワ人たちのように生命エーテルで仮初めの肉体を作るという方法。そしてもう一つがカフキワさんのように機械を遠隔操作する方法だけど、実体化していない時彼らはどこにいると思う？
As a program, AI existing in the Meso terminal?
トワ人は記憶、記憶は情報。
Inside Electrope somewhere in a world formed of data.
そう、きっとエレクトロープ製の機械の中に情報で作られた記憶の幻想世界があるんじゃない
Yeah,
かし
living
ら。
memory.
エターナルクイーンにたどり着くまでの記憶の中のアレクサンドリアか。
Yeah.
じゃあその記憶の幻想世界が
Uh-huh.
メインターミナルの中に構築されてるってこと？
けどよ、リビングメモリーのターミナルは私らがシャットダウンしたはずだよな。
I mean, when that announcement, the PSA came on, I don't know why y'all weren't immediately like, do we need to check on living memory? That's living memory. Do we need to check on it? And make sure he didn't fucking turn shit back on because he's very capable of hijacking things?
ええ、間違いありません。カフキワさんが用意したハッキングプログラムは想定通りの結果をもたらしました。メインターミナルはシャットダウンされ、その証拠にスペーンの体を低温保存していた装置も機能を停止していたわけです。ただ相手はエレクトロープ技術の天才。彼なら自分の記憶が保存された領域を密かに守ることも不可能ではないでしょう。
Uh-huh.
メインターミナル内に記憶の幻想世界が存在し、カリュクスもそこにいるとして、一方でこの町は今原初世界側にあるでしょ。なら2つの世界をつないでいる黄金鏡の扉を閉じてしまえばカリュクスの干渉を防げるんじゃないかとも考えたのだけれど。
リビングメモリーを調査した時に試してみましたが、管理者権限でロックがかかっていたんですよ。あの時は戦王が設定したものと思っていたのですが。
Does Gulu Dawn not have administrative authority?
カリュクスが手を回してたかもしれねってことか。
うん、やはり間違いないですね。今もキープ中の監視映像が機関システムから収集されてどこかへ送られているようです。それもあなたが映っている映像ばかり。おそらく鍵の持ち主を追跡しているのでしょう。
時間だ。とんだ無駄足になったね。監視映像の送り先を特定して俺の居場所を割り出したかったんだろうけど、その必要はもうない。お前の力を測り、それを倒すに足る戦力を用意する。なかなか手間のかかる仕事だったが、
The primal, isn't it?
ついに完了だ。来なよ。メインターミナルの上部区画に俺の記憶を収めたエレクトロープの装置がある。それを壊せばお前たちの勝ちだ。 俺はあの手この手で迎撃して鍵の奪還を狙うとしよう。
その誘いに乗らなかったら。
待つだけだ。粛々と国民のとわびとかを進めながら。
So, random question. You can choose how you look as an endless. Why does he choose to still have this hooked up to him? Is it like a comfort thing because he had it all his life?
お前たちが時間を無駄に費やさず賢い選択をすることを願っているよ。
おい、一つだけ私の質問にも答えろ。お前は戦王にとわ人のスフェーンに無理難題を課して追い詰められたあいつが鍵を使うように仕組んだ。そこまでやれるならあいつの計画が破られた瞬間、鍵がこっちの手に渡る前に回収することだってできたんじゃねえか。
You think it's subconscious and he just lived with it all his life? Yeah, probably. Probably felt weird not to have it on there.
痛いところをつく。あればかりは誤算だったと言わざるを得ない。消える間際に再構築されたとわ人としてのスフェーンの心。メインターミナルの制御機構と一体化していた彼女はあの瞬間あの場所でだけ俺をもしのぐ権限を有していた。
You wield an authority greater than his. Ooh. So it is possible to hack the system and get greater authority.
そして守り合わせたのさ。国の未来を託した隣国の王と鍵を託した英雄を。俺の存在をどこまで認識していたかは定かじゃない。が、
I
その国には気づいてい
see.
たというところだろう。これで満足？
It does. Eternal Fiend's move was absolute authority. It's true, it was. She was like, I don't know who you are, but fuck you. I'm in charge.
大事なものを渡さねえ。命も未来もスフェーンが愛した笑顔も何一つとしてな。買っておいて悪いけど、私はカリュクスと決着をつけることを迷わない。
Yeah, with violence, right?
あいつが思い描いている未来がどんなに上出来でも、そのための犠牲を問わなかった奴は必ずまた。
Also, like Xenos, building a grand future where he just wanted to have the ultimate battle with us. And I was like, fuck no, man, what the shit is wrong with you? Actually brings into context why Endless Fiend was always weary of what she said whenever any of the bots was nearby. Oh yeah, that's true. We were just like, who's watching? Who's watching? Because like, at first we thought it was like, Soralja, right? We thought it was him at first. And then I was like, nah, he doesn't give a shit about that. Like, the fuck is he, like, I don't fucking care about that. Makes sense for it to be Calyx, yeah.
私はそれを止めてんだ。
I'll help. I'm with you. Let's plan our next move. He's wrong if he thinks he's taken our measure. He is wrong, but I wouldn't say that. I'm with you. I'll help you. Oh, don't worry, girl. I got you too. You're my friend.
この私が言うべきことじゃないって。それ。
Oh shit! I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry. My finger slipped.
でも、ありがとう。二人とも。
Yeah, I know you love Alexandrians. I'll help you.
託したのが君たちでよかったって。もう一人の私に代わって伝えさせて。
お
Well, that was an adventure.
It may not have been by the method Shale was hoping for, but at least now we know where to find Calyx and what we need to do next. Yeah, go kick his butt in the meso terminal.
Indeed, while I remain curious about Preservation's research into the key, that is an investigation for another day.
Oh, by the way, I did find out your parents were definitely here, and they're definitely dead. And let's head straight to the back room. We should get everyone on the same page before we make our move. Alright, they say that, but... And I know we could just finish the quest here. But I think... rather than... start up the conversation and then I'll have to let it sit for a bit, I think we'll just stop here. It is late. It is 11:30. We haven't even got to the dungeon yet, let alone the trial, let alone the however many more quests we have. So it's gonna be a bit. We will resume either tomorrow or Friday. It depends on when I finish like dinner and being a person stuff on Thursday. And then by which I mean tomorrow. If we finish early, then maybe we do this instead of date everything and then do date everything on Friday. Otherwise, if I finish late, I'll probably finish late. I'm probably not going to start till like 8, honestly. In which case, yeah, we'll hold off on this until Friday and then we'll finish up the story then. And that way we can do both the dungeon and the trial. And just have a, take our time with it, enjoy, and not feel rushed that I want to go the fuck to sleep. So we will stop here for the evening, take ourselves a nice little pause, let this all sit for a bit, and we will resume on most likely Friday. Remember, spread the word and think about how Calyx is probably just a shard of Xenos and his crazy singular fixations. Been on that for a while. Alright, chat, come with me. Thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Thank you everybody who came by today. Ashen Moore, Darjeelingling, Runar, Neo Neko, anyone else in chat I may have missed, lurkers, future VoD watchers. I appreciate all of you. Have a wonderful night, everybody. We will be doing date everything and then finishing up this in indeterminate order. We'll figure it out tomorrow, but most likely we will finish this on Friday. Keep an eye on Twitter and or Blue Sky. I'll usually post on one or the other. Or, if you're not already following the stream, make sure you follow, and then that way you can see when we go live and what we're playing. Yeah. Well, and then we'll wrap this up by this week. So for now, have a good night, everybody. Have a great rest of your evening. And I'll catch you all next time to wrap up 7.3 MSQ. And yeah, go from there. Make sure no one else I know is streaming. I thought I heard someone. Oh, yep. That Black Bear is still on and playing Claire Obscure. I'm pretty sure that he's behind us, so we'll go raid him. We'll go say hello. Alright, chat. Be good. Spread love, spread joy. Spread the good vibes. Say hello to that Black Bear, also known as our good friend Choco Thunder in-game. One of our FC members and raiders. Be good. Be nice. Be kind. Send whatever heart emotes you got or have or want. And I will see you guys all later in the week for more Final Fantasy XIV. Take care. Bye-bye.